loss last week to Iowa State. They are considered the top favorite against a very troubling Oklahoma State team, which has struggled a lot this season. They are so far just 1-3 so far this season. Oklahoma State had a poor season last year in 2024, and their regular season woes continue here in 2025. It's going to be very interesting to see how Arizona rebounds from a very, very tough loss to Iowa State. Some of the big highlights for both teams include, for Arizona, quarterback Noah Fifita continues to dominate, continues to be a marvel and a phenomenon for the Arizona Wildcats offense, despite that tough loss to Iowa State. And for Oklahoma State, though, the troubles continue as they have allowed 35 points in total this entire season, and we're not even halfway through the season yet. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Arizona and Oklahoma State match up against one another, but Arizona is considered a very, very, very big favorite in this matchup. And so we'll see how both teams go about this game, but Arizona is expected to completely dominate Oklahoma State, and we'll see what happens. And I wish the best of luck to the Wildcats, me being from the University of Arizona. So thank you guys so much for listening to this video recap, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for listening.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a Viva Varsity, reportándoles desde Sacramento, California. Mi nombre es Rodolfo Gómez, hablándoles sobre la nueva temporada de la NBA. Una nueva temporada que se aproxima con mucha anticipación y expectativas, basada en los cambios de los jugadores. Con muchos movimientos alrededor de la liga, esta temporada contiene sorpresas e incertidumbres. Con estos cambios, la liga se encuentra en un estado donde cualquier equipo puede quedar campeón. A pesar que el equipo de Oklahoma City Thunder se tituló campeón en la temporada anterior, las expectativas siempre han sido a favor de los equipos fuertes, aunque todo en la temporada puede ocurrir. La realidad es que cada jornada puede alterar el panorama y abrir espacio a equipos que no estaban entre los favoritos. Por eso, nada está garantizado.
The 2025 MLB playoffs are officially underway with a wide open field featuring the Philadelphia Phillies, Los Angeles Dodgers, and New York Yankees as all top contenders to win the World Series. You can't count out the number one seeds in the Milwaukee Brewers, Toronto Blue Jays, and Seattle Mariners, as they all have first-round byes and are also viable options to win the World Series. The format consists of a wild card series, a division series, championship series, and eventually, ultimately, the grand prize, the World Series. Factors like injuries, bullpen volatility, and team hotness are crucial parts for predicting success in the playoffs, and no one can predict health. With most experts predicting the Philadelphia Phillies as their World Series champions, it's anyone's team's year. And as we've seen in previous years, it's not always about the team that has the most success in the regular season. It's about the team that can just get in and ride that momentum and success to a World Series championship. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ryan Gaylord.
Hi everyone, I'm Evelyn Battis with Varsity Sports Show, and I'm here to give you a quick recap of the ASU versus number 24 ranked TCU football game from last weekend. Last weekend, ASU came out on top after an incredible comeback performance. In fact, it was the biggest comeback versus a ranked opponent in program history. TCU started the game strong with a touchdown by number 6, Trent Battle, in the first quarter, a touchdown by number 26, Jeremy Payne, in the second quarter, and a field goal by number 99, Nate McCashlin, to bring TCU to that 17-0 lead with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. It all turned around when ASU's Sam Levitt threw a huge touchdown pass to Jordan Tyson, bringing the Sun Devils back into the game just before halftime. Levitt finished out the half with an impressive run and rushing touchdown, proving himself to be an incredibly versatile QB1 for the Devils. In the beginning of the third quarter, TCU's Josh Hoover got his team down the field quickly with a huge pass to number 14, Joseph Manjack. However, ASU had a massive interception soon after, which eventually led to a successful field goal kick by Jesus Gomez to tie up the game 17-17. TCU responded almost immediately after that with another touchdown, bringing the score to 24-17, but Raleek Brown on ASU came up strong in the fourth quarter for some huge yard-gaining plays, which eventually led ASU to the 4-yard line on 4th and goal with 1 minute and 52 seconds remaining in the game. This is where Levitt came up huge and threw a dime to Tyson for another Sun Devil touchdown. ASU didn't let the Horned Frogs get far in their drive before sacking Hoover and forcing a fumble that gave ASU possession again just seconds after they scored. To hopefully secure the game, Jesus Gomez scored another field goal to make the Sun Devils lead 27-24. When everyone thought there was still a chance from TCU, Martell Hughes sealed the deal with an interception from Hoover with only 44 seconds left in the game. What an incredible game to watch. Again, I'm Ava Lambatis with Varsity Sports Show, and I hope you enjoyed this recap of the ASU versus TCU football game last weekend.
Levitt rolls towards Tyson at the 40.
ASU football wide receiver Jordan Tyson made history against TCU. The redshirt junior reached a collegiate milestone with 2,000 career receiving yards after his 57-yard touchdown against the Horned Frogs. Tyson started his collegiate career at the University of Colorado Boulder, where he finished his freshman season with 22 receptions for 470 yards and 2 touchdowns. He came to the desert the next season and was plagued with injuries, leading to his redshirting. The 2024-25 season saw Tyson's breakout. He finished the season with 75 receptions for 1,101 yards and 10 touchdowns. This season, he hasn't missed a step. Through 5 games, Tyson has 39 receptions for 483 yards and 7 touchdowns. The receiving room has been one-sided, with Tyson having 34 more receptions than the closest receiver and almost 400 more yards. The reliance on Tyson could lead to trouble for the Sun Devils, but with the way he is playing this season, it has worked out well.
Levitt's playing Frogger back there. He found Tyson. Airborne. Got it. Outrageous.
The Allen, Texas native has caught the eye of the NFL. Numerous mock drafts have him going in the first round, and ESPN draft expert Mel Kiper Jr. ranks Tyson at the top of his wide receiver rankings for the 2026 draft. Tyson is on history watch for the single-season touchdown record. The record is 14 touchdowns set by Doug Allen in 1984. Tyson is halfway there through 5 games with 7. If he continues at this pace, Tyson will cement himself in ASU history. As the season goes on, all eyes will be on Tyson to break ASU records. He will continue to be a focal point in the Sun Devils offense, and the sky is the limit for this young pass catcher. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Niall Rosenberg.
Hi, I'm Adam Maggard of the Varsity Sports Show, and tonight we spotlight the Phoenix Mercury, who just punched their ticket to the WNBA Finals after an unforgettable playoff run. The Mercury sealed the deal in Game 4, knocking off the top-seeded Minnesota Lynx 86-81. Phoenix stormed back from 13 down in the second half, electrifying the home crowd and locking in a 3-1 series win. It was the kind of comeback that defined their season, gritty, relentless, and clutch when it mattered most. Alyssa Thomas set the tone with her all-around dominance, while Satu Sabali delivered some of her best playoff games with 23 points in Game 3 and 21 in the clincher. Kalia Klopper brought the extra punch, her finals MVP experience shining through when Phoenix needed buckets the most. As the 4th seed, Phoenix had to scrap. They edged out the New York Liberty in round 1, then stunned Minnesota on the road with a 19-point comeback in Game 2 to force overtime and eventually get the win. Under coach Nate Tibbetts, the Mercury have showed poise under pressure, now headed into their 6th finals appearance in franchise history. Las Vegas edged out Indiana in dramatic fashion, winning Game 5 in overtime to clinch their finals spot. Now the Mercury gets set to face the Aces when the first ever best-of-7 WNBA Finals tips off Friday, October 3rd. The Valley is buzzing. Your Phoenix Mercury are finals bound. Their resilience has carried them this far. Now a championship is just 4 wins away. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Adam Maggard reporting.
Hello folks, J.R. Lambright here, in the deepest heart of the Piney Woods. We've talked about the game, but now we examine the great feuds. The weeks when neighbors turn to rivals and the contest becomes an almost existential battle. In East Texas, the annual football calendar provides a structure for social life. But during rivalry week, that dedication becomes something verging on a sacred devotion. These contests are far more than a sporting event. They stand as a cultural phenomenon, a defining way of life. We're talking about hyper-localized feuds, grudges where athletic success dictates the terms of local pride. Think of the Pinecone Bowl between Hemp Hill and West Sabine, or Kilgore and Henderson's Highway 259 shootout. For the smallest towns, this commitment carries a profound weight. Success is critical, not just for bragging rights, but for the preservation of a cherished covenant with the past. These games offer a validation of a community's identity, defining the social hierarchy for the next year. In this way, rivalries in high school football play their own part in the rhythm and fabric of the East Texas piney woods.
Week 5 of the NFL season is upon us, which also means that there is more chaos upon us here in the NFL. My name is Jacob Nolby here for Varsity Sports Show, and today I'll be running through a quick 2 minutes of the Week 5 in the NFL and some of the key matchups you should be looking forward to come Sunday. Some of them feature 2 hot offenses, some feature 2 hot defenses. All matchups from the Sunday we'll be talking about here tonight. October is here, and so games start to mean a little more as the weather gets colder throughout the country, and boy oh boy do we have some meaningful games coming up this Sunday. We start our Sunday early across the pond with the Vikings taking on the Browns in a game where both teams are coming off losses but have the ability to really turn some heads with 2 good defense overall. Vikings are staying overseas following their Week 4 loss in Dublin to the Steelers. The Broncos are coming off a dominant win on Monday Night Football against the Bengals and will look to continue off of that win as they head into Philly to take on the defending Super Bowl champs in what should be a great game in all phases. Bo Nix has been having a great season so far and should be a huge matchup in the early window of games. The Commanders will travel to the West Coast, take on the Chargers, who are both coming off losses, and both teams look to bounce back and get themselves back into the win column in the early season in the late window. On Sunday night, we have an AFC East showdown between the Bills and Patriots. New England coming into this game off a dominant win against Carolina, but will be up for a much taller task against the undefeated Bills led by Josh Allen in upstate New York, and how will Drake May overcome Bills Mafia in a tough environment on primetime. We conclude Week 5 in Duval County as the Chiefs take on the Jaguars on Monday night, as both teams are coming off impressive wins and should be set up for 2 high-powered offenses going toe-to-toe on primetime. The Chiefs are in a pivotal game to getting back into the AFC West race as for the Jags. They are neck to neck with the Colts for the division, so look for both sides to come out with their best football come Monday night. Week 5 is set to be a good one, as I will be sitting down all the way beginning in Sunday morning as the Browns take on the Vikings in London, all the way towards Monday night as the Chiefs take on the Jaguars in Duval County. All matchups throughout the week should be amazing, and it's going to be something you're not going to want to miss. Once again, for Varsity Sports Show, I'm Jacob Nolby reporting.
This is Riley Hartman reporting for Varsity Sports. It's been just over a year since the Coyotes played their final season here in Phoenix. They were the only NHL team to call Arizona their home and had been playing at Mullet Arena temporarily until building a more permanent rink, which never happened here in Arizona. Alex Marullo, the majority owner of the Arizona Coyotes, sold the team to the Utah Jazz owners, Ryan and Ashley Smith, for $1.2 billion, which was approved by the National Hockey League Board of Governors back in 2024. This deal promised that Arizona would get a new expansion team if they built a new arena within 5 years of the sale, which was facilitated through the NHL. The Coyotes have never had a stable home. They first started playing downtown Phoenix with the Suns and eventually moved to Glendale. When their lease was up in Glendale, they had to move to Mullet Arena, which is a significantly smaller venue for a professional team. They had hoped to build a new arena in Phoenix, but the land auction got delayed, so there was no guarantee that the Coyotes would have a new home. Marullo was adamant against selling the team, even though he's had numerous offers since buying it back in 2019. However, since the franchise did not want to be stuck playing in a smaller arena for another season, he had no choice but to sell the team to Utah. Despite losing the Coyotes, a new advisory panel with the goal of bringing the NHL back to Phoenix is looking for an ownership group and a viable arena site in the Valley to build. Maricopa County Chairman Thomas Gavin stated earlier this week that there's passion for hockey, passion for the NHL, and passion to return the NHL back to Arizona. But they're going to have to prove it. Last year, NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman gauged the league's interest in bringing hockey back to Arizona, and it looked good. While there's still many obstacles that the NHL has to get through before bringing this idea to life, those on the advisory board are optimistic for expansion and maybe even bringing the Coyotes back. Andrea Doan, chair of the advisory panel for pro hockey in Arizona, emphasized that the group is committing to exploring every avenue. This panel plans to meet regularly over the next year to map out a clear plan moving forward. While the timeline does remain uncertain, it's important to note that this plan is still in its very early steps, so the message is clear. Arizona is not ready to let professional hockey slip away for good. This is Riley Hartman reporting for Varsity Sports.
I'm Anissa Reynolds with Varsity Sports, here with head coach of Higley High School, Coach Eddie Zuby. Coach Eddie, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited to play and get back out here.
What was the message you were sending your guys in the locker room this week during practice?
Fight. We just got to fight this week. We got to continue to battle. We've lost the last 2 games. We want to try to get back on the winning ways. So regardless of what goes on, it's a one-play mentality, and just keep fighting.
And what are some advantages you think your team has over Saguaro tonight?
That's a good question. I don't know if we have too many advantages for them. So we just have to be able to play clean football and hopefully get a couple turnovers.
And who should we look out for in tonight's game?
Our quarterback, Gunnar Fagrell, on the offensive side of the ball. Number 24, Jaden Rhodes, on the defensive side of the ball. We have 2 dynamite corners, and number 21, Justice Brathwaite, who's committed to BYU, and number 7, Nassim Eason. Number 20, Brock Bascom, is also our free safety and returning starter. So we got great wide receivers in Landon Banks. We have Alan Turner, Cam Richardson, Daniel Zuby, and a plethora of running backs that we're going to be able to unleash tonight.
Perfect. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you very much.
I'm Anissa Reynolds with Varsity Sports. I'm Anissa Reynolds with Varsity Sports here at Saguaro High School with head coach Darius Kelly of the Saguaro SaberCats. How are we feeling today?
Doing fantastic. It's Friday night.
Perfect. And what are you expecting from your team tonight in the game?
No, I'm looking for them to come out and just have fun and play football the right way. We had a couple of turnovers the past few games that cost us a couple of football games, and I think our guys are ready to play. We haven't been home here in the past 4 or 5 weeks, so we're just excited to get a nice home game in front of our home crowd. So we're excited.
And what message did you give your guys in the locker room during the week, during practice?
Yeah, our message to the team has been coming from them. It's been play together. The message that they've been speaking is stay together. We got a bunch of new guys coming in off of transfers, got a bunch of guys coming off on injuries, and we just want to put all 3 phases of the game together, offense, defense, special teams, and that's just the message that's coming from these guys, and that's what's going to get us the victory coming from the players. It's been player-driven all season, and our players just want to step up, and they want to get a victory tonight, so they're excited.
Perfect. And who are some key players tonight, or who should we look out for tonight?
Yeah, if you saw who we just were talking to, Jack Mode, he was our Scholar Athlete Award winner for the Cox TV channel tonight, so that's definitely a good one you're going to be looking at. You're definitely going to see you got a new quarterback on the helm, Ashton Pennell. You're definitely still going to see some Marcel Jones, the most electric player, I think, in the state of Arizona. You're going to have Jadon Wiseman. You're going to have, I think, Oliver Gibson's going to have a good night. He had a great week of practice, and I think everybody's going to do a good job tonight, and looking forward to see what our guys do tonight. So,
thank you, Coach Kelly, and good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm Anissa Reynolds with Varsity Sports.
Hello, everybody. My name is Antonio Gutierrez here with the Varsity Sports Show, and today we'll be talking about the Horizon Huskies and their elite rushing offense. They run a 3-back set led by seniors Bodie Zamorano and Johnny Issett, with freshman running back Dylan Brush playing a vital role as well. Bodie Zamorano is one of the many stars on this Horizon offense. The all-time leading rusher at Horizon has been a 4-year starter and has started out his senior campaign on fire, averaging just over 125 yards a game on the ground. His physical running style has helped him find the end zone 4 times as well this young season.
It's going up very quickly. It's going to be a handoff to Bodie Zamorano up the middle, and he's going to cruise into the end zone.
To go along with the physicality of Zamorano, senior back Johnny Issett provides a spark plug of insane speed out of the backfield. His explosiveness is seen all over the field as he is the return man for the Huskies, as well as lining up as the wideout occasionally as well.
7 seconds to go. It's going to be a handoff to John Issett up the gut, and Issett is off to the races. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Horizon touchdown, John Issett.
And if all of that wasn't enough, here's freshman running back Dylan Brush.
To the left of the formation, it's going to be a handoff to Dylan Brush. He's going to take it up the middle, and he's going to score a Horizon touchdown. Dylan Brush.
Brush is an all-around back that adds another layer to this already deep Husky offense. He has 21 carries on the year with 5 touchdowns, averaging more than 12 yards a carry.
Dylan Brush is going to take this carry. He's got a little room. He might break through it. He does at the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Horizon. Touchdown, Dylan Brush.
His skills were on full display in their most recent game against McClintock on September 25th, where Brush ran for 3 touchdowns, including a 70-yard run, the longest by a Husky this season. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Antonio Gutierrez.
I'm Andrew Hughes, and I'm reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. On Friday, I had the honor and privilege of covering the Horizon versus McClintock High School game in Tempe, Arizona. This game featured the 4-0 Huskies, the 5A 4-0 Huskies. The Horizon Huskies have been the class of 5A, and they walked into McClintock High School against a team that was 1-3, reeling for injuries. And after talking to both coaches, it was clear that this matchup was going to be a tale of simply who had the more talented team. Horizon's rushing attack led by the star Bodie Zamorano, The quarterback, Carter Puma, the wide receiver, James Kloppenstein, did not disappoint. James Kloppenstein had one of the most exciting diving catches I've ever seen in person in the first quarter, and after that, the Horizon Huskies didn't let up. Bodie Zamorano did his thing early in the game, but luckily for Coach Horizon, Tyson Ditmore, and the Huskies didn't even have to deploy their star running back, as freshman Dylan Brush came into the game and cemented his stake in why he will be the next star Horizon running back. Had 3 long touchdowns against the McClintock D, showed his long speed, showed his ability to break tackles in the open field, and the Horizon Huskies are rolling in 5A play. It'll be very interesting and exciting to see how they finish the season into the playoffs. I'm Andrew Hughes, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Varsity Sports Show. We are live from Saguaro High School. My name is Dane Palmer, here with my friend Javier Delgado. We got a heck of a matchup here tonight between the Saguaro SaberCats and the Higley Knights. Javier, preview this game a little bit for us. What do these two teams look like? What can we see tonight?
Yeah, so coming to the game, we have Higley with a 3-2 record and Saguaro 2-3. Both teams are coming off a loss, so we should expect both of them to come out firing. Both of them coming with a chip out on their shoulder. It's going to be a very good game tonight, Dane.
Yeah, like we were talking to the coaches before this game, both really want to get back in that win column. Head coach of the SaberCats, Darius Kelly, told us, it was a tough loss last week, but they're ready to bounce back. Energy's been high. He talked with our pregame staff. Anissa down there got a nice interview with him, talked about really letting the players take care of that energy and that message this week. He said he kind of left it in their hands and just kind of supervised and let them take a role. On the other side of things, head coach Eddie Zuby, like we talked about, Higley lost 2 in a row coming into this one. They're really trying to get back into that win column. Got a really tough matchup here against Saguaro tonight, a team ahead of the game who looked fired up. Number 8, Jaden Wiseman, and number 12, Elijah Jackson, were going pretty crazy pregame, jumping around, giving out high fives, chest bumps, all types of stuff. But what do you preview this Saguaro offense to look like before this one?
So, yeah, I think they'll be firing on all cylinders. Like you said, Coach Kelly talked to us. He said he gave it to the players. He put it in their hands. So you can kind of expect them to take a big role today, kind of take a step forward from last week. And when you come off a tough loss like that, the players, that's all the motivation they need. So tonight you can expect them to come guns blazing.
Yeah, the captains for Saguaro tonight, number 52, Jack Moag, number 55, Tyler McCray, number 8, Jaden Wiseman, who we already talked about a little bit, and number 7, Marcel Jones, the quarterback, of course, out there, kind of the heart and soul of this team, it feels like. An elusive quarterback, a real playmaker. We talked, like we said, head coach Eddie Zuby ahead of this one. He told us that this Higley defense really just has to try and force turnovers and try and keep the peanut butter in the jar. A direct quote, like we talked about, of Marcel Jones, trying to stop him and the transfer Ashton Pennell from escaping the pocket and making plays with their legs. They are real killers when it comes to that. And if they can get loose, they're going to make a play no matter what.
Yeah, Coach Zuby told us before the game he wants their defense to make Saguaro's quarterback play quarterback. So in terms of that, he wants to keep him in the pocket, doesn't want him to use his athleticism, get out, get some scrambles out. So it looks like that's one of the keys tonight for Higley's defense to stopping Saguaro. They just want to contain the quarterback, not let him get out the pocket and make plays with his feet. That's going to be huge, as both teams look very hyped to start this pregame.
Yeah, absolutely a nice crowd here tonight. We're up here by the band. Get some awesome band pops here. Band team killing it earlier tonight with some Saguaro High School fight songs and all types of stuff. You got a DJ down there for the student section, of course. Lots of players, lots of fans, all decked out in pink for October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. One of the best football traditions, I think, in all of the nation, coming from Southern California and in California in general. I know we've seen that pretty often. You see a lot of it in Pop Warner and at the high school level, guys throwing on those pink wristbands. pink mouth guards, pink arm sleeves, stuff like that. And that's nice to see, and it looks like Saguaro is going to be back to return to start this game. Number 12, Elijah Jackson, and number 81 for the SaberCats, Martaj Meadows, back there to return, the sophomore. Looking to make some big plays early as the Higley Knights get set up to kick this one away. Interesting formation from the Knights on the kickoff as they break.
The SaberCats will be getting the ball first, so Higley's defense will have an opportunity to contain their quarterback.
Caden Olson's kick is going to be fielded. Breaking a couple tackles, taken down at the 25-yard line. Elijah Jackson getting the ball rolling for Saguaro early. So here they come. Marcel Jones getting ready to lead this elusive Wildcats offense. Going to be missing one of their best players here tonight. Ty Strozier is out. When we talked to head coach Darius Kelly, he said expect number 9 Nikolai Procopio, who's normally playing tight end, to be in there getting a couple carries. Looks like they've got a different back in there right now. They got Pinnell starting at QB. Pinnell sends a man in motion, takes the snap, handoff to the left side, looking for a lane, wrapped up, taken down after picking up a couple.
That's number 30 right there, Brig Randall for the Saguaro SaberCats. Yeah, like Dane said, they will be missing their starting running back, so the SaberCats are going to have to mix it up tonight on offense, get some different guys involved, and they're going to have to make some plays. Next man up.
Absolutely, that next man up mentality as the SaberCats get set up on second down. Handoff once again. This time takes it up the right side, finds another hole, taken down by number 11 of the Knights. And it looks like it's going to be enough for a SaberCats first down.
Very solid run right there by Randall as he got the first 2 carries of the game tonight. So it looks like he'll be one of the go-to guys for that SaberCats offense, getting their running game going.
Yeah, with Strozier gone, looks like the junior is going to have a bigger role. He takes the toss here out to the right side, got some speed, taken down around the 40-yard line with a flag come as the flag flies in from the head referee for tonight's game.
As we await what the penalty is, the refs are discussing it right now.
Steve Castillo out there in the white cap making the calls tonight. It's like we got a penalty against the SaberCats and a face mask on the Knights. That penalty is going to be declined.
It looks like it's offsetting penalties as penalty from both teams, so they will replay the down right there.
SaberCats are going to try it again on first down. Pinnell in shotgun. Randall to his right, looking towards the sideline, making some adjustments. Knights got 2 safeties deep. Looks like they're bumping off. 4 down linemen, all 4 coming. Pinnell rolls out to his right, stutter steps, launches one downfield. Might have had a man, but it's just a little too long. Intended for number 4, Oliver Gibson.
Yeah, he scrambled out the pocket right there, tried to make a play. Looks like there wasn't really anything there. You know, anytime a quarterback tries to throw off their back foot, it's going to be a difficult play to make, especially as a right-handed quarterback rolling to his left. That's always a tough play. So regather here on second down for the SaberCats.
2nd and 10 now. Oliver Gibson, who we talked about there, the intended target, averaging 79.6 yards per game. So somebody to keep our eye on. Got a man up top. Looks like the Knights were showing pressure. Pinnell got one-on-one on the left side. Just a little bit too high, intended for number 17, Tristan Armstrong.
And that was some great coverage right there by the Knights. Number 21 right there blanketed that coverage. Didn't get his hands in there too much and was a clean play. That was a great coverage right there by 21.
Yeah, Tristan Armstrong, one of the best playmakers on this team. He's got a plethora of Division I offers. One of the top-ranked wide receivers in Arizona. Another player to keep your eye on, this explosive Saguaro offense. Pennell drops back, looks to his right, got a man. It's going to be caught by number 81. He breaks a tackle up the sideline, still going. Across the middle and finally taken down at the Knights' 35-yard line. A big play on third down.
Yeah, huge play right there by number 81 for the SaberCats. Little running catch right there, let his receiver do the work in the open field. He took off, broke a tackle, and the SaberCats will be moving the chains.
That's Martaj Meadows, the sophomore, a guy who when we talked to Coach Kelly to start this game, said, hey, keep your eye on this guy. We're going to try to get him going early, and it looks like they're doing just that there with a big catch and run. This time, handoff up the middle to Randall. Randall wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, pickup of maybe a couple yards.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Kelly's offense is trying to run the ball to set up the pass. That's how they're able to move the chains right there to Meadows. Little run for about 2-3 yards right there, but it looks like they're trying to get the running game going in order to set up that pass.
Another thing that Coach Zuby of the Knights talked about, trying to slow down that run game and get their own run game going. We'll see if they'll be able to do that here as the SaberCats get ready to continue the drive on second down. Again, to the right to Randall. He's got speed, fights his way to the edge. Gets right up there by the first down marker, and it's going to be enough.
For the first down. Great run right there by Randall. He was able to find the edge. Great job by the offensive tackle for the SaberCats to conceal that. And Randall just took advantage of that and found an open room, ran up the sideline. New set of downs for the SaberCats.
So SaberCats dicing up the Higley defense so far tonight. Knights haven't had too many answers here early. Pennell drops back, looks to his left. Now he's going to run it up the middle, scrambling, dives down. And they're going to mark him with a pickup of about 7 on first down.
Yeah, and right there we see the athleticism from the quarterback. That's exactly what Higley's coach Zuby was talking to us about the game, what he wanted to contain and stop. So it looks like in the film room they've had a lot on their hands, and right there the quarterback took off for a good chunk, give him second and manageable.
Yeah, hard to game plan for things like that. Pennell back there in shotgun again, got Randall to his right. Handoff up the middle, Randall wrapped up. Short to no gain on second down.
Yeah, good play right there by the Higley defensive line. They got some good penetration right there in the middle and was able to make the stop.
So Pennell, who's in there at quarterback right now, a transfer from Long Beach Millikan, came in and immediately is a top 35 quarterback in Arizona for the class of 2026. Got offers from Delaware State, San Diego State, Oregon State, North Texas, Arizona State, Indiana, SMU, UNLV, Georgia Southern, Cal. I mean, a lot of top-tier programs that have been showing interest. Pulls the handoff, finds Procopio on the right side, who's taken down at the knees.
And that's just a textbook tackler right there. Looks like a bigger guy right there in open field. The defensive back comes up, chops at the legs, and that's exactly what you want to see by Higley, as it looks like the SaberCats will be trotting out their special teams unit.
So with Ty Strozier out, Brig Randall becomes the bell cow for the SaberCats and does a nice job on the first drive for the SaberCats, making it easy for them to rely on that run. Nonetheless, brings up fourth down inside the 20. 35-yard field goal on the way. Kick is up, almost blocked, and it is good. Would have been good from even further.
That was a great kick right there. It almost looked like he couldn't get it off. It looked like the Higley special teams was able to get into the backfield and attempt to block that kick, but good job by the SaberCats getting that kickoff. And to begin the game, they'll be up 3 points. Like Dane said, it was a great job right there by Randall to kickstart that drive as the bell cow running back. We should see him a lot more today.
Yeah, number 88, Jack Snyder with the kick. That puts the SaberCats up early 3-0 with 6 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the first quarter, as they now gather the kickoff team up there on the sidelines and get ready to go for their first drive on defense. Showcase what they're all about on the defensive side of the ball. They've done a great job this season despite being 2-3. This season they haven't lost by more than one score. That's 7 or less points. In every loss this season, they had a thriller against Desert Mountain to start it. And then last week, heartbreaker against Highland. Great game overall for them, the SaberCats, up until the end.
And you know, like you said, they've lost by one score in all of their losses. Sometimes that's just got to be tough. I mean, when your record could easily be 5-0, you can easily have a positive record. It's just unfortunate, but it looks like today that their mindset has changed going into that game. I mean, we talked to Coach Kelly before the game, like we talked about, and you can just tell by his demeanor that they were ready today and they were ready to answer back.
Absolutely. They looked ready to go, juiced up ahead of the game. They were out here almost 2 hours before game time, warming up, stretching, throwing, had the music going. We're getting warmed up. Snyder back on for the kickoff. Knights back there getting set to receive. Line drive kick around the 10 is going to be fielded. Got a couple blockers before he's wrapped up, taken down. Number 34 of the SaberCats got in there quick. Nice to see people making plays defensively. Antonio Smith with the tackle.
And that was number 84 for Higley, Landon Banks on the return. Got him out to about the 27-yard line. Let's see what the Higley offense can do. As they are currently lined up in the shotgun formation.
Quarterback for Higley, drops back, looks to his right, pass in and out of the hands, looked like it was almost intercepted right there by number 25 of the SaberCats, Kasai Mitchell.
That was just off the hands right there of Keegan Peterson, and Mitchell almost came up with that. These are not things that you want to see from Higley early on, early drops, almost an interception right there. Let's see how they can bounce back.
So miscommunication early by the Knights. Handoff up the middle, protecting the ball, runs into a defender. Pile being formed there around the 35-yard line. Finally, the whistles come in. Running back number 34.
That's Rylan Irwin right there on the carry. Took it right up the gut, protecting the ball with 2 hands, and it's going to be about 3rd and a couple yards for the Knights.
3rd and 2 for the Knights. Quarterback Gunnar Fagrell in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. Takes the snap, drops back, looks to his right, got a man complete. Taken down quickly, but it's not going to be soon enough.
Yeah, great quick pass right there, and it looks like the Knights will be moving the chains for a fresh set of downs. Good pass right there by Fagrell.
Fagrell lined up again in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, drops back, got some pressure, steps up, and he's going to run with it. Makes one man miss, got the edge, and he's going to scamper out of bounds near the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great run right there by Fagrell. You can tell he made a move on someone right there. Little shimmy, little shake. Keep carrying it, and that's the mobility you want to see from your quarterback as the Knights get another fresh set of downs.
Chased out by the linebacker Cameron McMurray on that one. First down, Knights moving quickly. Fagrell looks to the right, the quick pass complete. Some blockers out in front, but he's going to be wrapped up quickly. Taken down, number 28 for the SaberCats.
Yeah, it looks like they try to run a little screen pass right there to number 82, Alan Turner. Try to get him in open field, but that was a great job by the SaberCats defense spotting that out quickly, getting all their heads right there and getting a tackle.
Vinny Keck got in there and made the tackle. Second down now for the Knights. Empty backfield for Fagrell. Fagrell looks to his right. Quick throw again into the hands of number 3, Keegan Peterson.
Yeah, great play. Another great play right there by Fagrell. It looks like he went through his progressions. He was able to find the receiver on the out route pretty quickly. And it looks like so far he's been pretty comfortable. He's been finding his receivers quickly, making good reads, whether it's running the ball, passing the ball. Great job so far by the Higley quarterback.
Drops back again, looks to his running back on the left side. He's got it. Taken down around by the legs near the 30. Looks like they're going to spot him for a pickup of 4 yards on second down now.
Little swing pass to Irwin. Try to give it to your running back. Let him make a play in open field, but little pickup of 4. Good job by the SaberCats. Limiting damage.
Fagrell moving this offense quickly. Give again up the middle to Irwin. Irwin, pickup of just a couple of yards.
Yeah, so far into the game, it appears both running backs on both teams are getting the bulk of the load, bulk of the carry. So it looks like that's something to watch out for on both teams as they try to get their running backs heavily involved into the offense.
Yeah, Rylan Irwin getting a lot of touches on this possession. Fagrell in shotgun, sends Irwin to his right side now. Drops back, looks to his right, another quick throw, complete to number 8. Breaks a tackle, wrapped up, taken down.
That was a great play right there. That was Daniel Zuby for the Knights. And it appears they're going in hurry up as they want to continue to keep them on their toes.
Yeah, number 21, Britton Iverson was in there on that last tackle, but number 99 for the SaberCats. Too quick for anybody to block him.
And that was a big play by Clyburn Watkins, tied for first on this SaberCats team in sacks. He's going to be another name you hear on that SaberCats defense all night. He got off the edge, got the tackle, got him in the backfield. As the Knights offense has been in hurry-up mode, it looks like they try to catch him on their toes, but great job by Watkins catching that.
Yeah, Watkins got in there quick, put a stop to that run play. And timeout is going to be taken by Saguaro, their first of the half. With that, we're going to go ahead and take our first break of the game. Don't go anywhere. We've got a great game on hand on the Varsity Sports Show. We'll be right back.
I'm Andrew Hughes, and I'm reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. On Friday, I had the honor and privilege of covering the Horizon versus McLeod High School game in Tempe, Arizona. This game featured the 4-0 Huskies, the 5A 4-0 Huskies. The Horizon Huskies have been the class of 5A, and they walked into McLeod High School against a team that was 1-3, reeling for injuries. And after talking to both coaches, it was clear that this matchup was going to be a tale of simply who had the more talented team. Horizon's rushing attack led by the star Bodie Zamorano, the quarterback Carter Puma, the wide receiver James Kloppenstein did not disappoint. James Kloppenstein had one of the most exciting diving catches I've ever seen in person in the first quarter, and after that, the Horizon Huskies didn't let up. Bodie Zamorano did his thing early in the game, but luckily for Coach Horizon, Tyson Ditmore, and the Huskies didn't even have to deploy their star running back, as freshman Dylan Brush came into the game and cemented his stake in why he will be the next star Horizon running back. Had 3 long touchdowns against the McClintock D, showed his long speed, showed his ability to break tackles in the open field, and the Horizon Huskies are rolling in 5A play. It'll be very interesting and exciting to see how they finish the season into the playoffs. I'm Andrew Hughes, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. The run from Irwin there right when we enter the game. So we're getting it started here quick, a quick timeout. Knights come back out and right away they run a play. Looks like they're going to run another one. My name is Dane Palmer here with Javier Delgado on the Varsity Sports Show. Fagrell draws a man offside. Looks like it's going to be encroachment on the SaberCats there. Head referee Steve Castillo's looking up, and it is going to go against the SaberCats.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if it's because that Higley offense has been moving at a super quick tempo all night, almost going like no huddle, Fuggerell has been getting the ball off quickly. They've been moving at a quick pace. Probably why the SaberCats used a timeout early here, try to regather.
Sets up a 1st and goal now for Higley. Higley went with a little bit of a different formation there. They had some substitutions. Number 14, Anthony Palka, kind of a wild card. We talked to Coach Eddie Zuby about that. Said he's a guy to watch out for. We're going to use him kind of everywhere. He's listed here as a quarterback. So he's going to play running back, receiver. He could be everywhere. Palka again, shotgun. Takes the snap, runs to his right. He's got a lane, and he powers his way into the end zone for a Knights touchdown.
Looks like a quarterback power they ran right there by Palka. And like you said, it looks like he's going to be a wild card tonight. So he's listed as quarterback. So you, as the SaberCats defense, you don't know if he was going to throw the ball, run the ball. But it looks like they decided to go with the quarterback power. An interesting formation right here for Higley, as they line up with only one under center, but it looks like they are breaking back with some subs running on and off the field.
Some trickery there with the special teams unit for the Knights. Kicker number 84, Landon Banks. His extra point is good, so the Knights take a lead after the quick Saguaro field goal with just over 2 minutes left. Score is 7-3, Knights on top here at Saguaro High School on the Varsity Sports Show with Dane Palmer and Javier Delgado. Javier, nice drive right there from the Knights. What did you see on the offensive side?
What I saw, they were moving the ball pretty quickly. They were going high tempo. I think they made it a point of emphasis to try to keep the SaberCats defense on their toes. It's not often you see on a first drive a team goes up tempo often like that. And Fuggerell, it looks like he was getting the ball out pretty quickly, moving at a quick pace, and it looks like that might be the theme of the game. If it worked on this drive, it looks like they'll try to continue doing that tonight, Dane.
Yeah, Fuggerell, the quarterback, making some nice plays, getting the ball in and out of his hands really quick. Makes it tough for this explosive SaberCats defense to get on top of things, like you said, with that tempo. Maybe some scripted plays there, just getting in there and running them as quick as they can. Paid off there. SaberCats offense going to get it back, though. See if they can respond. Elijah Jackson, the dangerous return man, back there for this one. The kick is up and away, and this one's going to soar into the end zone and bring the Saguaro's offense out to the 25-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see here how the SaberCats offense responds to the touchdown. Down 4 right now. No time to panic yet.
20-yard line. So interesting to see who the quarterback is going to be for this drive. Looks like they're going to stick with Pinnell.
Yeah, Pinnell did lead them to a pretty good drive on their last possession. It stalled out to a field goal, giving him another shot to see what he can do here. See if it can end in 6.
Pinnell back out there, the transfer. Sends a man in motion, takes the snap, drops back, looking downfield, pump fakes, but he's going to roll out to his right. He's going to tuck it and run and pick up whatever he can there on first down.
That was a smart run right there by Pinnell. You can see he went through each progression, each of his reads. There was no one there down the field. Decides to scramble, pick up whatever yards he can right there and put his team in a more reasonable position.
Yeah, nice job there, recognizing, hey, this is first down, first play of the drive, first quarter. Looked like he wanted to take a shot, but said, I'm going to tuck this one, pick up what I can, and live to see another down. Second down now. Pinnell lined up in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. This time hands it off to number 14. Got some room on the edge. Spun out of bounds by a Higley defender there.
Try to get it right there to number 14, Xavier Jackson. Dynamic player right there. Try to get it in his hands and see what he can do in the open field, but that was a great job by Higley closing on that, and it'll set up a third down for that SaberCats offense.
So third down for the SaberCats, third and about 7. Going with the hard count, Pinnell looking towards the sideline. Higley defense. Got 3 down linemen. Looks like they got some linebackers up at the line. Pinnell adjusting. Corners dropping back. Pinnell looks to the right, gets the ball out. It's going to be caught by number 4 and then fumbled. See if he's able to jump back onto it. Oliver Gibson, one of the playmakers.
It looks like the referee might have called that incomplete right there. Pretty interesting. It looks like he held onto it for a split second, but yeah, looks like it's an incomplete pass right there, and because the SaberCats will be charting out their punting unit. That was still a great play right there by Pinnell.
Yeah, Pinnell with a nice quick throw. Maybe just gone in and out of the hands of Gibson. An interesting call there on third down. It's going to bring the punt unit out, like you were saying, Javier. Punt team getting ready to send this one back to the Knights. See if their defense can come back out and slow down this Higley offense. Snap is good. Punt is away. It's a high floating punt. Going to be fielded and smoked right as he caught it. Number 18, Choice Price. Flying down the field.
What a play right there by Price. That's something that the coaches are going to see in the film room right there. That's how you get some extra time on the field, on special teams right there. The third phase of the game, sometimes people forget about it, but it shows you how important it is. Returner could have easily gotten to open field after making a man miss, but Price was flying down there and was able to take him out.
Yeah, that gunner position there on special teams, one of the hardest ones to play in football. Fagrell now in the shotgun. Takes the snap, handoff to Irwin, up the gut. Irwin's got a lane, jumping over a couple arms before he's wrapped up, taken down by a group of SaberCats defenders. And it's enough for another Knights first down.
Some more up-tempo right there by the Knights. Great run by Irwin with that patience, but the Knights are going right back, no huddle.
Knights pushing the pace early.
It appears they're trying to keep that SaberCats defense on their toes. It looks like there was no rush to snap the ball, but a lot of urgency to get up to the line right there.
4 down defenders for the SaberCats. Handoff to Irwin. Irwin trying to cut back. He's got nowhere to go. Once again, number 99.
Claiborne Watkins again. Big 99 coming off the edge, making the stop. It looks like he's going to be a name we call all night in the run game. He's been coming off quick off that edge, making big stops, as it looks like end of the first quarter right here. It's 7-3. The Higley Knights lead as we go into the second quarter.
Absolutely, like you said, end of the first quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a very quick break. Don't go anywhere. My name is Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado on the Varsity Sports Show. We'll be right back.
I'm Andrew Hughes, and I'm reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. On Friday, I had the honor and privilege of covering the Horizon versus McLeod High School game in Tempe, Arizona. This game featured the 4-0 Huskies, the 5A 4-0 Huskies. The Horizon Huskies have been the class of 5A, and they walked into McLeod High School against a team that was 1-3, reeling for injuries. And after talking to both coaches, it was clear that this matchup was going to be a tale of simply who had the more talented team. Horizon's rushing attack led by the star Bodie Zamorano, the quarterback Carter Puma, the wide receiver James Kloppenstein did not disappoint. James Kloppenstein had one of the most exciting diving catches I've ever seen in person in the first quarter, and after that, the Horizon Huskies didn't let up. Bodie Zamorano did his thing early in the game, but luckily for Coach Horizon, Tyson Ditmore, and the Huskies didn't even have to deploy their star running back, as freshman Dylan Brush came into the game and cemented his stake in why he will be the next star Horizon running back. Had 3 long touchdowns against the McClintock D, showed his long speed, showed his ability to break tackles in the open field. And the Horizon Huskies are rolling in 5A play. It'll be very interesting and exciting to see how they finish the season into the playoffs. I'm Andrew Hughes, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. My name's Dane Palmer here with Javier Delgado. Higley Knights taking on the Saguaro Sabercats. Sabercats down 3-7 here to start. Sabercats defense still out there trying to slow down the Knights offense. Been playing very high tempo so far in this one. Knights send a man in motion. Quarterback Fagrell's going to keep it. He's got a lane. He's got some speed. Gets outside. Getting chased down from way behind. Number 8, Jaden Wiseman comes flying in, saves the tackle. Flag is down on the field.
And it looks like it's on the defense, so that penalty will be declined. That was a big play right there by Fagrell. They had a receiver go in motion. They run a little like quarterback wide receiver option. Fagrell decides to keep it, and he made the right decision right there. Went right up the middle down the field. Great run, as it'll be a first down and goal. It looks like at the 10-yard line for the Higley Knights.
Yeah, so a long first and goal now for the Knights. Fagrell with a nice keeper there, showing off the legs. But he gets tracked down by Jaden Wiseman. He came out of nowhere as the pass is complete. Just in front of the defenders, number 8 for the Knights, Daniel Zuby, making another play. Knights score another touchdown.
Yeah, and like I've been saying all game, Fagrell was able to find his receiver quick, got the ball out of his hands quickly, and it led to a Daniel Zuby touchdown right there.
And they go for 2 on that little bit of a tricky formation.
That was interesting right there. It caught me off guard right there. I thought they were going to break back into their formation that they did earlier and go for the extra point. Fagrell must have liked what he saw right there, snapped it, and basically went in there untouched.
Wow, so a quick 2-point conversion after the touchdown makes it 3-15. The Higley Knights putting together a test that the Saguaro defense so far doesn't quite have the answers to, despite the touchdown saving tackle there from Jaden Wiseman. Knights still able to find Zuby in the end zone for a touchdown with just under 11 and a half minutes left. Javier, defensively, what do the Sabercats got to do to slow down the Knights?
Well, the Knights offense this whole night has been moving at a fast tempo, so I think they're going to have to adjust to that. It looks like they're not changing their game plan anytime soon, so it looks like they're just going to have to settle down, take it one play at a time, and kind of just gather and bunch up stops one by one. It looks like the Knights are getting big chunk plays at a time. You're going to have to limit that, get some pressure in the backfield, whether it's the running back, the quarterback. The Sabercats defense is just going to have to make some changes on their next possession on defense.
Yeah, Sabercats going to be looking to make some adjustments on that defensive side of the ball. Defensively, they've got a ton of playmakers. One of the top recruits at the defensive back position, Kydell Stone, the Hawaii commit. Been good so far this year. Higley Knights just playing a really quick brand of football on this one. Add that with some trickery on the extra points, and
seeming to work so far for them. The Sabercats defense doesn't have an answer for it yet, but that's when the coaches take them on the sideline, go over the film that just happened, and just let them know, make some changes, make some adjustments, and see if their offense right now can get them going, trying to get some of that momentum back.
Looks like the Higley Knights are going to go for an onside. It takes a perfect bounce. The kicker, number 99, with a perfect bounce. With that, we're going to throw it down to our field correspondent. Anissa Reynolds is down there with Vince Delicio. Anissa, what do you got for us?
I'm Anissa Reynolds with Varsity Sports, here with Vince and Lucas, who are going to be talking about their new podcast that's coming out. So what are we looking forward to?
So this is one of my best friends, one of my only friends, Lucas Ramirez, the basketball coach at Saguaro. But we're actually going to be introducing a video podcast this winter that's going to talk about all things, maybe a little basketball, some pop culture, some fun stuff all around town.
Yeah, looking forward to it. You know, everyone knows Vince is one of my best buddies out there, so we like to have fun talking about anything other than basketball. Like Vince said, you know, pop culture, the world events. It's going to be a good time. So looking forward to spending time with the viewers at home and just having fun.
And I heard you guys are, going to be filming from different locations. Tell me about that.
Yes, some restaurants around town, some team rooms around town at different schools. We're going to have a lot of fun. And for you business owners that want us to come by and promote your business, have us out. I'll bring this guy. It'll be a lot of fun.
Perfect. Sounds like a good time. I'm Anissa Reynolds with Varsity Sports.
Thank you very much, Anissa and Vince. Some great stuff going on here at the Varsity Sports Show. Here at Saguaro High School, my name's Dane Palmer with my friend Javier Delgado. So an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the onside recovery from the Knights moves them back to the 41-yard line. Short run on first down. 2nd and 10 now for the Knights. Fagrell drops back, bubble screen out to the right. Caught by Irwin. Irwin with a full head of steam.
As we have some more dirty laundry right there on the field, we have a penalty. And for anyone watching at home, in case you missed it, it was an onside kick for Higley that was recovered by number 7, Nassim Isan. It was some more trickery by the Knights special teams. They all bunched up by the kicker with one gunner at the very end, and they kicked it right to him. No one was there to recover it, and that's how the Knights have the ball back.
Knights doing everything they can. Their first year at the 6A level. Coming 2-3, lost 2 games in a row. Sabercats trying to make it 3 in a row. Handoff up the middle to Irwin. Irwin able to pick up a couple yards after that penalty. Backs the Knights up on 2nd down. Gets it back almost to the original line of scrimmage. Now makes it 3rd and 10.
That was big number 77, Tyler King, right there on the stop. The big D tackle was able to find his way through that gap, shot the gap, and was able to get for a minimal gain.
Sabercats defense showing pressure. They back off. Fagrell drops back, got a man coming in. Rolls out of the pocket, finds a wide open receiver on the sideline who makes a man miss. Tiptoeing the line, and he's finally met and taken down at the 34-yard line.
And that was to Daniel Zuby again. That was the Fagrell to Zuby connection. And Higley's offense backing up tempo again.
Tempo has been the name of the game for the Knights so far. On first down, the rush from Irwin, not going to pick up much.
Yeah, it might sound like a broken record tonight, but tempo has indeed been what Higley's offense has been going, getting quick to the line after each play, no matter how much they gain. And it looks like they've been trying to keep that Sabercats defense on their toes, and it's been working so far.
So on that long pass play, Claiborne Watkins was in there quickly. Fagrell somehow able to avoid him. Fagrell on the play action, got a man complete to number 14. Wrapped up, taken down. Number 21 of the Sabercats is the first man there.
It's Britton Iverson right there for the Sabercats. Good job by Fagrell selling that play action, but Iverson did not bite on that and was able to close in on the tackle.
So with that, we're going to take a quick break here at the Varsity Sports Show. My name's Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado. Don't go anywhere. Saguaro trying to claw their way back into this one. Knights up 15-3. We'll be right back.
My name's Amy McDermott, and I'm reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. There's no better feeling than a shutout game on homecoming night. And that is exactly what the Canyon View Jaguars did this past Friday against Camelback Spartans, going for a victory 35-0. Both sides of the ball played fairly well, mostly for Canyon View, but I will say the Spartans did hold them down after the second half. But going back to that first half, Canyon View's QB, Brady Scott, threw 261 yards for 14 completed passes out of 20. He's actually ranked.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. Third down for the Knights. Going to be kept by Palka, and he's going to be short of the first down. So a high-tempo drive finally looks like it slows to a halt from the Knights.
Yeah, and that was Palka, the wild card we talked about earlier, who scored that touchdown. They lined him up again at quarterback, and he took another QB power.
Power I for the Knights. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Pick up of a few yards again from Palka this time in there at running back. Enough for a first down and a fourth down conversion. SaberCats defense doing everything they can to slow this Knights offense down.
Yeah, Palka, very versatile player for that Knights offense. Having lined up at quarterback, lined up at halfback, he's able to take carries, able to take the ball from quarterback as he gets the ball right now again.
Same play, just to the other side. Palka dives his way into a huddle of players, and he's finally tripped up. Short gain there brings up 2nd and 7 yards. Another line change there from the Knights. We've seen that a few times, especially with Palka coming in the game. Looks like they bring on a couple extra linemen, a tight end or two, and put that run-heavy set into the game.
Yeah, Irwin, who's been the bell cow running back all night, looks like he got a few snaps off. They gave Palka a few totes, and now we have Irwin back in the backfield for that Higley offense.
Irwin lined up behind Fagrell. Fagrell gives it to him. Irwin! This kid runs angry, finds a hole, and just with a little bit of space, he's able to pick up enough for a Knights first down.
Yeah, the sophomore right there using all 175 pounds of his frame, running with a full head of steam like you said earlier, and he's been running angry.
Rylan Irwin been getting a lot of carries so far. Oh, it's a fumble in the backfield, and it looks like the SaberCats are going to jump onto it. Number 25 of the SaberCats, Kasai Mitchell, is the first one there, leads on it, and one of the first mistakes from the Knights offense is capitalized on by this Saguaro defense. Mitchell comes hopping off to the sideline, hyped up, going all the way down the sideline, letting everybody know it's SaberCats ball. Flag down on the field. Regardless, SaberCats are going out there on offense.
And that looks like the break that the SaberCats needed tonight. A little miscommunication by Higley trying to hand that ball off, and Mitchell hopped on that quickly. Like you said, he was going down the sideline, hyped up, and that's the energy that the SaberCats need right now. Get themselves back into this game as they're down 12. That was huge right there, and great job by Mitchell immediately noticing that the ball came out, and he was able to hop on that.
Pinnell goes back out there for the SaberCats offense. Been a long time since they've had the ball, it feels like. Handoff is going to be kept by Pinnell. Pinnell spinning out of a tackle, taken down after he picks up a nice gain on first down, gets the SaberCats ahead of schedule.
Looks like they try to run a little quarterback option themselves, got themselves a good chunk. Looks like it'll be about 2nd and 4 or 5 yards right there for Saguaro.
Pinnell in the shotgun again. Takes the snap. Handoff this time does go to Randall. Randall finding an edge, cut it all the way back around. Flag comes flying in there late on that run. We'll see what head referee Steve Castillos is going to signal. Looks like we've got a hold on the offense.
That's unfortunate right there for that SaberCats offense, as Randall did a good job of bouncing outside the tackle and picking up the first down, but it will be coming back after the holding penalty on Saguaro.
Tough penalty there. Saguaro had some momentum after the turnover.
They'll try to regain some of that momentum back here on offense.
Pennell drops back in the pocket, escapes. He's going to run up the middle, tuck it, and dive forward, trying to pick up as much as he can on second down. Going to make it 3rd and 5 for the SaberCats.
Yeah, Pennell dropped back right there. It looks like he wanted to go deep again. He went through each progression, went through each read, nothing down there. Tucked it, picked up a good chunk play. Try to set it up more 3rd and manageable. Try to pick up the first down right here for that SaberCats offense.
A big 3rd down now for the SaberCats. Been a tough night on 3rd downs for them so far. See if they can keep on capitalizing off of the Knights' fumble. Fagrell, the miscommunication in the backfield. Handoff to Randall. Randall churning the legs. We'll see where they spot him. It's going to be awfully close to a first. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short and brings up 4th down. 4th and very short here. Javi, what do you do?
I think you go for it. I mean, you got some of that momentum from defense. They kept the offense out there right now. I think there's no other decision. As it snapped.
And Randall takes the carry, gets wrapped up in the backfield, had nowhere to go. It's a turnover on downs for the SaberCats, and the Knights come back out on offense.
Well, they did listen to what I said, but it did not work out. And right there, it just looks like that Higley's defense was selling out for the run. It looks like they knew what was coming as they were able to get into the backfield pretty quickly. And it's just unfortunate right there for the SaberCats offense, who had a little momentum from their defense. A holding penalty set them back, and then they were 1 yard shy of picking up a first down. Just a better job by that Higley defense.
So the fumble recovery by Kasai Mitchell is not capitalized on quite how the SaberCats would have wanted. Fagrell rolls out to the right, finds Zuby once again, and he's met. Jaden Wiseman laying the wood right there, right at the first down marker. We'll see where they spot him. Looks like he's going to be short and brings up 2nd down.
A lot of time right there for Fagrell to throw the ball, and that's when you got to give credit to the trenches. Give credit when credit's due. The trenches were able to hold him up right there. Practically had all day to throw that, and it looks like they run a QB sneak right up the middle right there.
The QB sneak from Fagrell picks up a lot more than I think he anticipated. He bursted through the line, head down, 2 hands on the ball for safety, and made it almost into the secondary. Enough for a Knights first down.
Yeah, not often you see a quarterback sneak get into the 2nd level right there. That was another good job by the offensive line for Higley.
Fagrell sends a man in motion, drops back, pump fakes the bubble, looking over the middle, incomplete, as we got 2 flags come raining in at different points of the play there.
Some good pressure applied right there by the Saguaro defense. It looks like that was number 22, Jesse Martinez, applying some pressure right up the gut from the linebacker roll.
False start on the offense and a holding on the defense. So they're going to cancel out, and they're going to try first down again. Illegal procedure on the Knights.
And it'll be offsetting penalties.
Steve Castillo, the head referee, with the call. Fagrell, quick pass out on the screen, complete. Number 12 for the Knights. Trying to get back across the middle of the field, not going to happen after picking up 9 yards.
That was Cam Terry Richardson right there in open field. Got him the ball pretty quick, very elusive, able to make a few guys miss right there. Great play.
Number 12, Elijah Jackson on the tackle. Knights still moving quickly. Fagrell pump fakes, steps back, trying to find his way out of this one. Looking, got nowhere to go. Big number 99 once again, Watkins makes the tackle in the backfield, gets a sack for the SaberCats.
Yeah, big 99 Watkins on the sack right there. We've been calling his name all night. He was tied for first on this team in sacks, but with that sack, it looks like he will now take the team lead.
Yeah, we'll see if they give that entire stat to him. Looks like it could have been a half of a sack. A couple other defenders in there on that one. Regardless, nice job on 2nd and short by the SaberCats defense to get back there. Fagrell got 3 receivers out to the left, over the middle, got the post open, but it's incomplete. Number 12, Elijah Jackson in there once again to break up that pass, and that brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that was a good read right there by the junior defensive back. Was able to spot that ball in the air, able to make a play on the ball, and it'll bring up a 4th down for Higley. And that's exactly what the SaberCats defense needed, especially after a turnover on downs on their own side of the field, as Higley will be lining up for a field goal attempt right here.
We'll see what they can do. See if the SaberCats defense can get back there and stop this kick. Flags flying in. See what the call is.
Looks like an offside.
Offsides on the SaberCats. It's going to move the Knights a little bit closer.
Yeah, it looks like they might have blew that whistle before the kick because he did drill that right down the middle. So he'll have another attempt right here from 5 yards closer after that offsides penalty on the Saguaro special teams unit.
So the Knights getting set to do it again. Get 5 yards closer. 34-yarder is up, and it is good. So the Knights extend their lead, take it up to 15 points with 2 minutes, 16 seconds left in the second quarter. SaberCats do a nice job on defense to prevent what could have been a touchdown on a couple different plays, force a field goal, and keep themselves in this one by just a little bit more, down 15, 3-18 at home on the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado.
Hey fans, Vince with the Varsity Sports Show. You've had the rest. Now treat yourself to the best Japanese grill in Arizona. It's the Boss. Boss Bachi Japanese Grill in Mesa. Grilled shrimp, steak, and all the best veggies with or without a twist of spice. Sure to please everyone. Dine in or take out. Located at University and Country Club in Mesa. Open daily. 602-859-3759. The Boss. Boss Bachi. Hablamos Español.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer, here with my friend Javier Delgado. SaberCats down here at home. 3-18, 2 minutes, 16 seconds remaining. Number 81, Martaj Meadows, and number 12, Elijah Jackson, back to return the kick right now from the Knights. We've seen some trickery early from the Knights. Looks like they're going to set up this time in a relatively normal kickoff formation. Seen a lot of trickery from head coach Eddie Zuby here of the Knights. See what they do here on this kick. This one's going to be blasted over towards Jackson. Jackson takes it. He's going to loop all the way to the left, trying to find his way out of it. He's going to be taken down, ripped down at the 5-yard line. Tried to circle around the defense there.
See Jackson's helmet came flying off on that play. About 2 or 3 flags were thrown on the field. You got to wonder if maybe he got his hands on the face mask right there.
Yeah, it's not often that a tackle just happens to rip a helmet off with no contact to the face mask. We'll see what head referee Steve Castillos talks over with the rest of the crew.
As we're awaiting the call right there from Castillo.
Still looking up here. Personal foul, face mask on the Knights. With a flag going against the SaberCats as well.
Looks like another offsetting penalties right there, so Higley's special teams unit will trot back onto the field for another kickoff.
A do-over, as they might say, on that kickoff. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left now. Got a couple different return man back there. Looks like number 8, Jaden Wiseman, is going to go back now. We've seen the speed that he has. He chased down Fagrell earlier tonight. Wish we could go back and get an instant replay of that one. He was hauling, unhooked the trailer.
Yeah, definitely. He was blazing right there. Some blazing speed.
See where this one goes. If it goes to number 81, Martaj Meadows, it's in the end zone. Meadows is going to field it, and it's blown dead. Going to be a touchback. SaberCats offense going back out now.
Let's see if the SaberCats can get some of that momentum to carry over from their defense to their offense. One of my favorite sayings in football, bend but do not break. That's exactly what the SaberCats did on defense. They had a turnover on downs on offense, giving up the ball to Higley on their own side of the field. Their defense was able to come out and hold them to a field goal. So let's see if that some of that momentum can translate to that offense as Pennell leads his squad onto the field.
Yeah, Pennell, the transfer. Still no Marcel Jones yet in this game. See what happens with that later on. See if he comes in. Pennell looked like he was looking deep. Checks it down. Knocked out of bounds. Number 81, Martaj Meadows. Another nice catch.
The clock will keep going. It looks like he might have barely got him in bounds. Yeah, it looks like Pennell had a man deep he wanted to go to. Tight coverage, decides to hit his check down. Take the yards that you can get, especially when you're down 15. You don't want to play hero ball, and that was a great choice right there by Pennell just to hit his check down in the open field.
Smart quarterbacking from Pennell. Knights look like they're showing pressure. They bounce out of it. Pennell rolling to his right, going to tuck it. Stiff arm goes directly into the SaberCats sideline. Scary collision there. Looks like everybody's all right, able to bounce back up after that one.
Yeah, Pennell was scrambling out the pocket again. It looks like on his left side there was someone chasing him from the edge, was able to close in on him. He noticed that immediately, scrambled out to his right, and picked up a couple yards. But that's a quick third down already for that SaberCats offense.
3rd and 6 for the SaberCats. Pennell communicating out there with some wide receivers. See if they can get anything going. He's got Procopio lined up in the slot there towards the top of your screen. Pennell drops back, looking to his right, unloads, gonna be caught. Number 4, Oliver Gibson. One of his first receptions of the night, and does a nice job there on that one.
That was a nice, strong catch by Gibson. The defensive back had great coverage on that, but just a better catch by Gibson. Was able to haul that in, move the chains. As Pennell drops back, throws it deep to Gibson again, who makes a great play on the sideline. What a catch by Gibson to get his feet in.
So back-to-back receptions from Oliver Gibson, making his presence felt now. Goes up there, mosses a man, gets 2 feet down in bounds. Here's that explosive offense we've been talking about from the SaberCats. Pennell drops back, looking to his left. He's going to run up the middle, going to tuck this one. He's got room. He's got a first down, slides down just after the 30. SaberCats offense firing on all cylinders right now.
Looks like there was a flag on the play. We are awaiting what the call is on the field.
Looks like this one could be going against the Knights. Steve Castillo looking towards the sideline. And it's going to be a penalty against the Knights. Going to move the SaberCats even further after the nice run by Ashton Pennell.
Yeah, and that was coming off a great back-to-back plays to wide receiver Oliver Gibson, the junior. Going into this game, that was someone that we had highlighted, and it looks like he wasn't a big part of their offense early on, and it looks like they're starting to get him going. Good catch, and then on that last play, you seen that he got mossed the guy on the sideline for a big play.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about him earlier. Looks like a timeout's going to be taken by the Knights. So with that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. SaberCats heating up with 33 seconds left in the half. We'll be right back after this.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Ohep, the new field correspondent for Viva Varsity, the new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. Here, we celebrate the passion of the game with you, share exclusive interviews with you, and live every play with you as well. Follow us on @VivaVarsity on Instagram to see our highlights, history, and what goes on the field, in and off the field. Thank you again. Look forward to having a good season with you. My name is Joshua Ohep. Thank
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer, here with my friend Javier Delgado. Javier, SaberCats offense finally starting to heat up. What have we seen from them on this drive?
So yeah, like I said, I think it's some of that momentum carrying on from the defense onto the offense. I think a big part of this is getting your wide receiver Oliver Gibson going, and another huge part of that is Ashton Pennell. I mean, he's been making the smart choices on this possession, not forcing any throws, making great reads when he needs to tuck it. He tucks, runs, gets what he can, and I think that's been vital for this possession. So yeah, let's see. They're around their Higley's 18-yard line right here as they take over after that penalty.
Pennell takes the snap, fakes the handoff, gives the end around to Meadows. He's tracked down in the backfield by number 40 of the Knights.
That's Andrew Hines, the outside linebacker. He looks like he was not fooled by that. Looks like the SaberCats attempted to fake a handoff and then go with a little end-around jet to the receiver, but Hines was not buying any of that and was able to get into the backfield. SaberCats trying to get some trickery of their own.
Absolutely, they went for it. They could not fool the defense. Another timeout taken. Knights maybe trying to preserve a little bit of clock here. Second and very long. See what they're going to be able to do. Javier, what do you expect from the Saguaro offense on this one?
So yeah, they've been moving down the field this whole time. It feels like that was their first big negative play of the possession. Coach Kelly's probably getting his guys in there, trying to get their plays together, cook something up to try to get it 6, because that's definitely what they want right here to close that 15-point gap. But yeah, Pennell's looked amazing on this possession. He's been able to make the correct choices, not forcing anything. But that play by Hines on Higley's defense was pretty big.
So Hines able to get in there and blow one up. We'll see. Got Meadows back there in the backfield once again. Number 14, Xavier Jackson, back there as well. Meadows out of the backfield. Faking the handoff, looking towards the end zone. Gibson went up one-handed. Crowd begging for a flag there on second down. Looks like they're not going to get it. Gibson had to make a tough catch there on that one. Almost able to do it. Well, the defender draped all over him, but can't come up with it. Brings up third down.
Yeah, like you said, the defensive back was glued to him. The crowd did not agree with that, with the no call. They wanted pass interference. Pennell tried to give Gibson another 50-50 ball, almost hauled it in one-handed. That would have been a tough catch to make right there for Gibson.
Would have been a highlight play here on the Varsity Sports Show. My name's Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado. Meadows making a man miss. Running in circles, trying to get out of bounds, but he's not going to get there. Higley defenders were dragging him back in bounds. And timeout is going to be taken by Saguaro. And Coach Darius Kelly chanting for the field goal unit to get out there.
Yeah, despite not being able to get out of bounds right there for Meadows, it looks like he was able to read the situation. He seen that he wasn't going to pick up the first down with the defender closing in, tried to make a move which got him additional yardage, but Higley was able to close in, tackle him in bounds, which forces SaberCats to use a timeout with 7 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
So the kicker, Ivan Dionisio Salgado, getting warmed up for the SaberCats, trying to give them some more points. See if they'll be able to do it. Looks like they're still talking it over. Pennell is still walking out there.
And you got to think that Coach Kelly really wants 6 on this possession.
And it looks like they're going to do just that on 4th down. Pennell staying out there. SaberCats offense staying out there. Let's pay close attention here. Oliver Gibson at the bottom of your screen at the wideout. Procopio in there at the slot. He's been quiet today so far. Let's see what they can do with him. Pennell drops back looking right, hesitated, pump fakes, throws towards the corner of the end zone. Just a little bit out of reach. Intended for Gibson, and that's going to do it. Clock hits 0. Looks like that's going to be it for the first half. SaberCats down 3-18. An exciting first half. SaberCats unable to get into the end zone there. Deny going for the field goal. Thought they might do it, heard some chants coming from the coaching staff. Chanting for the field goal unit. Can't quite get it. Javier, break that down a little bit for us.
Yeah, so it looks like right there that was just a matter of running out of time right there. The clock was not on their side. They had 7 seconds left on that play, and Pennell took a little long to try to find someone, so he gave his receiver a chance in the end zone, and time just ran out on them right there.
So with that, we're going to throw it down to our field correspondent, Anissa Reynolds. Anissa, what do you got for us?
I'm Anissa Reynolds with Varsity Sports here at Saguaro High School, where Saguaro is trailing against Higley. 18-3 is the score. Saguaro has been keeping a solid amount of pressure on Higley, but it has not come to fruition just yet. The fans here at Saguaro are also very passionate. We're hearing a lot of screams from the fans, both sides. And both coaching staffs are also amped up. So this is a very electric night tonight, Friday Night Lights. And I'm Anissa Reynolds with Varsity Sports.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Ohep, the new field correspondent for Viva Varsity, the new Spanish broadcast of Varsity Sports Show. Here, we celebrate the passion of the game with you, share exclusive interviews with you, and live every play with you as well. Follow us on @VivaVarsity on Instagram to see our highlights, history, and what goes on the field, in and off the field. Thank you again. Look forward to having a good season with you. My name is Joshua Ohep. Thank you again.
Hey everyone, I'm Jorge Anuajardo, your play-by-play broadcaster for Viva Varsity, the brand new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. We're here to fuel your love for the game, bring you exclusive interviews, and celebrate every play right alongside you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram @VivaVarsity for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and everything happening on and off the field. This is Viva Varsity, where the game comes alive in your language.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Ohep, the new field correspondent for Viva Varsity, the new Spanish broadcast of Varsity Sports Show. Here, we celebrate the passion of the game with you, share exclusive interviews with you, and live every play with you as well. Follow us on @VivaVarsity on Instagram to see our highlights, history, and what goes on the field, in and off the field. Thank you again. Look forward to having a good season with you. My name is Joshua Ohep. Thank you again.
Hi, I'm Adam Maggard, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this semester. Over the next 4 months, I'll be covering high school and junior college sports across Arizona. From Friday Night Lights to heated rivalries, I'll be bringing you highlights, interviews, and the stories that make local sports so exciting. What I love most about sports is the passion, the community, and the way that every game has its own story, and I can't wait to share that with you. So be sure to follow the Varsity Sports Show all season long. It's going to be an incredible ride, and I can't wait to take you with me.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Gutierrez and I'll be interning with the Varsity Sports Show this upcoming fall semester with the broadcast team. I'm a current rising junior at the Arizona State University Walter Cronkite School of Journalism studying sports journalism. During my 3 years at the Cronkite School, I've been able to cover multiple sports with the Sun Devils, including volleyball, basketball, and baseball this last spring. During my time, I've learned valuable skills both in front and behind the camera, helping expand my passion for the love of sports. I'm very excited to work with my peers this upcoming fall to not only better myself, but help better themselves to become all-around good journalists.
Hey guys, Vince here from the Varsity Sports Show. Nothing beats a hometown touchdown, on the field and on the table. Join us at Zips or Goldies, where families, friends, and teams come together for great food. They make everything fresh, like their hearty burgers or irresistible focaccias. The restaurants are family-friendly with a huge menu and plenty of seating. Goldies Sports Cafe is in Scottsdale at Via Linda and Mountain View Road, and Zips Sports Grill has 14 Valley locations. Come hungry, see you soon at Zips or Goldies.
Overwhelmed by crushing medical bills that keep you up at night? Imagine the heartbreak of delaying care for your family because of sky-high deductibles, copays, and surprise out-of-pocket costs. It's a nightmare no one should face. At Fountain Hills ER and Medical Center, we've partnered with Instinctive Health Pass to deliver Health Pass, your emotional lifeline for true peace of mind. Visit instinctivehealthpass.com today. Sign up to slash costs on unlimited future visits and erase current outstanding bills from using our facilities, saving you thousands in worry-free relief.
Hi, my name is Carmen Liberto and I am a senior at the Cronkite School at Arizona State University, majoring in sports journalism. Over the past few semesters, I've worked on a variety of projects that have strengthened my reporting, storytelling, and on-camera skills. My passion has always been hockey, and I hope to build a career covering the NHL, ideally as a beat writer for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm excited to continue growing as a journalist and to bring my energy and dedication to every story I tell. Stay tuned to see my work at the Varsity Show internship.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school football and basketball. I'm so excited for what this internship's going to give me.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, I'm Andrew Neeram, a junior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm excited to show the Varsity Sports Show everything that I can offer on any side of production as I express my love for this business throughout the fall of 2025.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Gutierrez and I'll be interning with the Varsity Sports Show this upcoming fall semester with the broadcast team. I'm a current rising junior at the Arizona State University Walter Cronkite School of Journalism studying sports journalism. During my 3 years at the Cronkite School, I've been able to cover multiple sports with the Sun Devils, including volleyball, basketball, and baseball this last spring. During my time, I've learned valuable skills both in front and behind the camera, helping expand my passion for the love of sports. I'm very excited to work with my peers this upcoming fall to not only better myself, but help better themselves to become all-around good journalists.
Hey guys, Vince here from the Varsity Sports Show. Nothing beats a hometown touchdown, on the field and on the table. Join us at Zips or Goldies, where families, friends, and teams come together for great food. They make everything fresh, like their hearty burgers or irresistible focaccias. The restaurants are family friendly with a huge menu and plenty of seating. Goldies Sports Cafe is in Scottsdale at Via Linda and Mountain View Road, and Zips Sports Grill has 14 Valley locations. Come hungry, see you soon at Zips or Goldies.
Overwhelmed by crushing medical bills that keep you up at night? Imagine the heartbreak of delaying care for your family because of sky-high deductibles, copays, and surprise out-of-pocket costs. It's a nightmare no one should face. At Fountain Hills ER and Medical Center, we've partnered with Instinctive Health Pass to deliver Health Pass, your emotional lifeline for true peace of mind. Visit instinctivehealthpass.com today. Sign up to slash costs on unlimited future visits and erase current outstanding bills from using our facilities, saving you thousands in worry-free relief.
Hi, my name is Carmen Liberto and I am a senior at the Cronkite School at Arizona State University, majoring in sports journalism. Over the past few semesters, I've worked on a variety of projects that have strengthened my reporting, storytelling, and on-camera skills. My passion has always been hockey, and I hope to build a career covering the NHL, ideally as a beat writer for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm excited to continue growing as a journalist and to bring my energy and dedication to every story I tell. Stay tuned to see my work at the Varsity Show internship.
APAC is your one-stop APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school football and basketball. I'm so excited for what this internship's going to give me.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. With an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, I'm Andrew Neeram, a junior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm excited to show the Varsity Sports Show everything that I can offer on any side of production as I express my love for this business throughout the fall of 2025.
Hey fans, Vince with the Varsity Sports Show. You've had the rest. Now treat yourself to the best Japanese grill in Arizona. It's the Boss. Boss Bocce Japanese Grill in Mesa. Grilled shrimp, steak, and all the best veggies with or without a twist of spice. Sure to please everyone. Dine in or take out. Located at University and Country Club in Mesa. Open daily. 602-859-3759. The Boss. Boss Bocce. Hablamos Español.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Ohep, the new field correspondent for Viva Varsity, the new Spanish broadcast of Varsity Sports Show. Here, we celebrate the passion of the game with you, share exclusive interviews with you, and live every play with you as well. Follow us on @VivaVarsity on Instagram to see our highlights, history, and what goes on the field, in and off the field. Thank you again. Look forward to having a good season with you. My name is Joshua Ohep.
Hey everyone, I'm Jorge Guajardo, your play-by-play broadcaster for Viva Varsity, the brand new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. We're here to fuel your love for the game, bring you exclusive interviews, and celebrate every play right alongside you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram @VivaVarsity for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and everything happening on and off the field. This is Viva Varsity, where the game comes alive in your language.
Hi, I'm Adam Maggard, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this semester. Over the next 4 months, I'll be covering high school and junior college sports across Arizona. From Friday Night Lights to heated rivalries, I'll be bringing you highlights, interviews, and the stories that make local sports so exciting. What I love most about sports is the passion, the community, and the way that every game has its own story, and I can't wait to share that with you. So be sure to follow the Varsity Sports Show all season long. It's going to be an incredible ride, and I can't wait to take you with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer, here with my friend Javier Delgado at Saguaro High School. Saguaro down by 15, 3-18, as we get ready to start the second half of this game. Javier, we talked about this a little bit at halftime. What are the keys to the game for Saguaro to get back into this one?
Yeah, so the first key to get back into this game, slow down Fagrell, the quarterback for Higley. He's been firing the ball off on all cylinders all night, getting the ball off quick. He has too much time to throw the ball, or he's getting it off pretty quick. So they need to apply some pressure, and I think one of the guys who can help do that, big number 99, Claiborne Watkins, we've been calling his name a lot, the defensive end for Saguaro, been able to get a lot of pressure. Another key, find Oliver Gibson. Tell me a little bit more about Gibson tonight.
Yeah,
Dane.
Oliver Gibson, we saw him on that drive make a couple big plays. You can see what happens when you finally go after him. I kind of think that the reason he wasn't involved was because Pinnell was playing pretty smart. He was trying to conserve those downs. Well, when you get down by a couple scores, it gets a lot harder to hit those checkdowns and still be successful. So I think they got to maintain that. And I think on that same note, they got to keep the offense on the field, Javi. This offense has really been very scarcely on the field. They've got just a couple minutes of possession time. That last drive there was the best one they've had all night. So we'll see if they can keep that momentum moving forward. This time they're going to have to use it on the defensive side of things as they kick away. And yeah, we'll see what they can do to contain Fagrell. Like you said, he's getting that ball off really quick, or he's doing a good job of rolling out of the pocket and creating extended plays, giving his receivers time to find the soft spots in the zone. The little chopped kick is going to be fair caught at the 42-yard line. So SaberCats trying to get tricky themselves. Doesn't work out. Knights are able to stay on top of that one and set up the offense.
Number 25 for the Higley Knights. That was Dylan Hosteyero, the cornerback. Very smart play by him. Notice that they do a little pooch kick, trying to catch them lacking. Was able to call a fair catch right there and give them good field position, good focus right there, as Fagrell and the Knights are back on the field.
Absolutely. Fagrell in the shotgun, handoff up the gut to Irwin. Irwin breaking tackle, still on his feet. Wrapped up, taken down by number 12, Elijah Jackson, a guy who's been all over the field tonight for the SaberCats. We've seen him in the backfield. We've seen him returning kicks. We've seen him here tonight, of course, getting a lot of reps in at safety.
And Irwin's taking advantage of his bell cow role tonight at running back. Been running hard, the sophomore. He's looked great tonight and picked up another first down right there.
4 rushers down for Saguaro. Higley sends a man in motion. The handoff to Irwin. Once again, Irwin up the left side. Flag comes in late.
That was number 17, Tristan Armstrong on the tackle. Very strong tackler in Armstrong, who's the leading tackler on this team.
Tristan Armstrong, we talked about him quite a bit ahead of this game. Got a lot of offers: Central Michigan, Colorado State, UNLV, Kansas, Montana. One of the best players in the class of 2026 here in Arizona. See if they can get him going on offense as well. Fagrell, high snap, handoff up the middle. Once again, the penalty. Move the Knights back, so that's a first down run that's still not able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Looks like the Knights are riding the hot hand of Rylan Irwin tonight. The sophomores looked great. He's taking advantages of his carries as they're lined up in an empty set right now.
Fagrell alone in the backfield, drops back, gets the ball out quick. He's got nobody looking at him.
That was pass attempt to Daniel Zuby. It looked like there was some miscommunication right there, as Zuby, his head was not even turned back. Could have been a wrong route, could have been a little miscommunication, but that's exactly what the SaberCats defense needs. A huge penalty to help them, a stop right there on second down, which will bring up a third down.
Yeah, third and very long, 3rd and 16 here for the Knights. See if the SaberCats defense can hold them. Got 4 rushers down, pressure coming. Fagrell drops back, looking forward. He's gonna tuck this one and run up to the 40, and he's gonna get out of bounds. Almost right at the line to gain. We'll see where they spot him and say he stepped out. Looks like he's going to be short of a first down. Brings up 4th and very short.
Yeah, it looks like right there he just wanted to take as many yards as he can get, not take any big hits as the quarterback to set him up with the 4th down and short, especially with the lead.
4th down, Fagrell in shotgun. Takes a snap. He's going to punt it himself. This one's going to roll. And it's saved initially, but not enough. This one's going to roll into the end zone and be a touchback. Sneaky kick there.
Yeah, not often do you see the quarterback take a punt from lined up in the shotgun formation, but that's exactly what Higley did. Try to catch the SaberCats defense, try to catch them off right there and try to give set them up in bad field position, but
like there's a flag down. This one's going to go as a holding against Saguaro. Regardless, SaberCats going to get the ball.
So regardless of the punt being a touchback, it looks.
Hold on now.
Oh.
Not sure what we've got going on here. Not sure if that was on the defense during the kick. It should be Saguaro football, and they should get backed up by the hold. This should not stay as a Knights ball, I don't think. You saw Fagrell lined up pretty deep. It kind of looked like he might have gotten set up for a punt there. So I guess we'll keep on waiting for a call here. Interesting situation here, Javi.
Yeah, the refs are talking this over. I see one ref talking to Coach Kelly on Saguaro's sideline, one talking to Coach Zuby for Higley. We do not have any word yet, but we're trying to figure out what they're talking about, as it looks like Saguaro's offense is coming onto the field right now. So
the SaberCats are going to come out, and they will be backed up by the 10-yard holding penalty, so they're going to get set at their own 10-yard line. And it is a Saguaro first down. So some communication there, trying to figure out what happened and what the call should be. Looks like they got it right. Pinnell still in there at quarterback, lined up in shotgun. Knights showing pressure. Send a man out of the backfield. Going to be handed off up the middle to Randall. Randall picks up a couple yards on first down, brings up 2nd and 8.
that's a name we were calling a lot earlier. It looks like they're trying to establish that run game again with Randall, trying to set up that pass game that we seen caught heat towards the end of the first half. So
absolutely. Oliver Gibson lined up at the very top of your screen there, folks, as a wideout. Got whistles blowing on the field. People looking around. Looks like they're going to need to substitute a lineman. It's number 72 for the SaberCats running out and number 73 running on.
yeah, not too sure. Maybe an equipment thing.
See what happens here on the snap. 2nd down. Pinnell's going to keep it himself. He's got defenders all around him. Swung down for a loss of 2. Is going to make it 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to run their own little read option right there. Pinnell decides to tuck it, but Higley's defense was ready for that, as we are getting that offensive line substitution back in after they figured out what was wrong.
Knights defensively doing a good job of staying home. Limited Pinnell, one of the 2 explosive quarterbacks that the SaberCats have. They've limited his legs so far. Flag flying in. Looks like we've got penalty on the SaberCats. The legal procedure is going to back them up. 5 yards makes it 3rd and 15, so a struggle here on the first drive of the second half for the SaberCats. See if they can put a positive play together, try to get out of their own end zone here. Maybe convert this long 3rd down. Pinnell in shotgun. Once again, Gibson at the very top of your screen. Meadows in motion. Snap taken, drops back. It's a screen for Randall. Randall's got some room. He's got speed. And he's going to be taken down near right around the line to gain.
Yeah, on 3rd and long right there, it looks like Saguaro wanted to go with the halfback screen, try to gain back a big chunk of yardage.
So I didn't realize Randall actually picked up a ton of ground on that screen pass. And it's 4th and about a yard. It looks like, regardless, SaberCats not going to risk it. Been stuffed on 4th down already tonight. They're going to go ahead, punt this one away, as it seems right now.
Yeah, it looks like they don't want to risk field position despite it only being a few inches to gain.
So a tough break there for the SaberCats, come up just a couple inches short of a first down. This one's going to take a SaberCats bounce around the 46-yard line. SaberCats defense coming back out, seeing if they can make another stop like they did last time. Defensively, Javi, what can we expect here from the SaberCats?
Yeah, so like we talked right before the second half started, one of the keys we mentioned was to contain Fagrell, the quarterback. So it looks like that'll be something they try to key in on. They did a really good job on their last possession, so they gained a little bit of momentum off that. It'll be interesting to see if they can continue to stand tall and continue to make more stops.
Fagrell in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, the screen pass to number 84, caught, got some blocking, and he's wrapped up, swung down by number 24, Cameron McMurray. We've seen him call that name a couple times tonight, flying around, making tackles.
As they're back in the up-tempo again,
High-tempo offense. Fagrell going to keep it for himself, tucking that ball. And he's got enough for a Knights first down. That tempo is just really hard to keep up with. Even for us up here in the booth, in the stands right now, these guys are going nonstop.
I definitely agree with that. You look away for one play and you look right back up, and that Higley offense is running another play. They've been going up-tempo all night, but it's been working for them, so what can you really say?
Fagrell got Irwin right behind him. High snap. He catches it. Irwin up the middle. Keeps the legs churning, spinning around, still on his feet, and he's finally blown up by number 30 of the SaberCats, Brig Randall. Running back going both ways. Finds his way over there.
That was a hard, strong run right there by Irwin. Small but mighty.
Yeah, Randall with a touchdown save and tackle there as a flag is down on the field. Came flying in really late. See what that one's about. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the SaberCats is going to move the Knights even further into their territory, into the red zone. Something that the Knights have been good at so far today, that red zone offense. Very efficient. Fagrell in the shotgun, drops back, looking left, surveying, fires over the middle. Almost intercepted.
Just off the fingertips by number 8, Jaden Wiseman, and that's a name we were talking about earlier. Explosive player right there, almost made a game-changing play that would have been huge for the SaberCats. Just off the fingertips, it was a high pass, but in the end, it'll be a pass deflection. That's exactly what the SaberCats need to try to make a stop right here in the red zone.
Yeah, if there's one guy you don't want to throw an interception to, it's Jaden Wiseman, as Irwin, the misdirection from the Knights, leads to Irwin running it right up the middle with a nice lane for a Knights touchdown. As of right now, 24-3. Don't look away from the screen. We've seen the trickery from the Knights tonight already. See what they decide to do. Fagrell, sideways snap to Irwin, and he's going to be taken down. 2-point tries, no good.
And it looked like the center snapped it to the halfback who was lined up on the left side of the field. To be honest with you, I don't even know what to call that formation. It's not something you see often in football, but it seems like Higley knows what it is, because they've been running some trickery all night. They were lined up in that same formation earlier and were able to successfully get a 2-point conversion, but this time the SaberCats defense was ready for that, and it actually benefits them. It'll keep it a 21-point game, 3-possession game, so 3 scores, 3 extra points, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, some nice coaching there at halftime, clearly from head coach Darius Kelly. Got in there and told him, hey, it's meant to distract you. This is not a good play. You know, if they want to toss it sideways to the running back that's 5 yards off the ball with 4 blockers standing straight up in front of him, then let him do it and just go make the tackle. But don't let Fagrell make that easy pass all the way on the sideline after a touchdown. And it's going to pay off for him there.
Yeah, look on that play. They were trying to get the ball back to Irwin, who scored that touchdown. I mean, he's looked great all night. And to be honest with you, he reminds me a little bit of someone that you might know as well, number 44 on the New York Giants, former ASU Sun Devil Cam Scadaboo-esque.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only the ability to stay on his feet, but the stature as well. We've seen him get a full head of steam. I think that's something that's really interesting that goes even deeper than just these two teams and just these running backs. Handful of games that we've gotten to see so far in this young season. Seen a lot of running backs who are trying to adopt that style. It seems like a lot of guys who are just ready to put their head down and run through contact no matter what. So Scadaboo's impact, shout out to him, felt throughout the valley here.
Most definitely.
Most def. Kick is going to be fielded by Meadows. Meadows wrapped up, taken down at the 15-yard line. Was trying to find a hole and just had nowhere to go. Special teams has been pretty dominant so far from the Knights.
Yeah, and if you're that SaberCats offense, I feel like this is when the flip has to switch a little bit. You kind of have some you want to have that urgency, want to step it up. You're down 21. I feel like this is the time you want to try to get 6 in, try to close that gap, and feel better about going further into the game.
Yeah, no time to fiddle-faddle around on this one. You have to get serious as an offense and be prepared. Pennell still in there at quarterback. The handoff this time to Jackson. Jackson's going to run a defender over and pick up 6 yards there on first down. Nice job getting ahead of schedule.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, you want to get serious. Sometimes you might ask, why so serious? This is the time you want to get serious. It's getting late into the third quarter as the handoff goes to number 14 on the SaberCats.
Jackson again, he's got speed, trying to get to the edge. Taken down around the ankles, Xavier Jackson looking for somewhere to cut it up and just couldn't find it. Brings up third down.
Yeah, it looks like Jackson had the edge for a second, but that Higley defender came flying down, took his legs out, and it will bring up a third down.
Third down for the SaberCats. Pennell drops back, steps up in the pocket, makes one miss. He's got some legs, looking out to his right, playmaking, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds. Marked out at the 29-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a SaberCats first down, keeping the drive alive. Ashton Pennell rolls out, picks up a first.
Even if the scoreboard might not say so, Pennell has been keeping this team alive. He's been keeping drives alive with his legs, and right there, he was able to get a new set of downs.
Now the SaberCats moving quickly. This out there to Meadows. Meadows, what a juke. Got defenders looking silly out there. Picks up 5 yards on first down. 4.
Yeah, it looks like the defender could have had him at the line of scrimmage, but he made a nice juke play right there, able to gain some additional yards, and it'll be around second and about 5 or 6 yards.
The shiftiness of the Saguaro offense, we've seen that. They are hard to take down as a group. Knights bringing pressure. Pennell's going to keep it himself. Got a block on that outside edge. He's got speed. Look at him go. He's got legs. Green grass. Makes one miss, and then he finally is toppled by a Knights defender. Ashton Pennell showing off the speed right there. Look down on my notes. He's at the 50. Look back up. He's all the way up there at the 40-yard line. Nice job.
And that's what Higley's coach Zuby was talking about. He did not want Saguaro's quarterbacks to get into open field, and that's exactly what happened right here.
The toss to the left to Jackson. Jackson still on his feet. Had a lane there. Another really good gain on first down. Javi, I want to say SaberCats on first down this half look way different, doing a nice job of getting ahead of schedule, picking up more than half of what they need to gain in one play.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dane. They've looked amazing. You can tell that the adjustments they made during half have definitely been working as they run it up the gut right there for a few yards.
Yeah, Jackson, handoff up the gut. That inside zone is going to be more than enough for another SaberCats first down. This SaberCats offense
and like
looks
you
like
said,
it's coming to life.
Like you said, Dane, on first down, they've been able to collect chunk plays, and that's exactly what it sets up on second down, second and short, which makes your offense way more manageable and easier to run.
First down again for the SaberCats. Pennell keeps it for himself, throwing, tipped in the air. Was that caught? It is going to be ruled. One referee signaling reception, the other one not sure. Wow, what a play right there by number 12. Elijah Jackson gets in there. Oh my goodness. Edelman-esque, the 5'9" junior dives in. What a grab. Handoff to Xavier Jackson. Picks up a couple yards and another SaberCats first down. SaberCats driving on this one.
Yeah, let's go back to that play right there by Elijah Jackson. Like you said, Julian Edelman-esque right there. That was some amazing concentration right there. When the ball's tipped, it kind of throws you off, but he was able to track that down and catch it right there. That was huge right there. Great play by Jackson.
Elijah Jackson saving a play right there for the SaberCats. Pennell rolls back out to the other side. Flag comes flying in. He's going to get out right around the line of scrimmage. We'll see what this flag's about. Could be a holding penalty on the SaberCats. It's always hard flipping field like that.
Yeah, usually when the quarterback scrambles out and you see a flag go out immediately, it always tends to be a holding call. You know, it's a tough job for an offensive lineman to block that long. I mean, it's not easy being in the trenches, so it's definitely a difficult job.
Trench type of guy here, Javier Delgado. With me, Dane Palmer on the Varsity Sports Show. Saguaro SaberCats down 3-24 to the Higley Knights at home here on a beautiful Arizona Friday night. Some Friday night lights. Not too bad. Don't forget, join us on the post-game show with Vince Delicio for the Varsity Sports Show. He's got some of our colleagues, our field correspondents. Anissa Reynolds, for one thing, will be on there. She'll have a recap of the game after this one.
And that was a good run right there by Randall for the SaberCats.
Pennell fakes the handoff, keeps himself, gets touched in the backfield, got defenders coming down on him, and taken down. Looks like maybe he lost a yard on the scramble.
Yeah, and that was just a good job by Pennell right there, just to even hold on to the ball. There was about 3 Higley defenders closing on him quick, so as a quarterback, that's something he noticed. Tucked that ball and took it on the chin.
Pennell back in shotgun. Sends Meadows in motion. Meadows is going to catch the screen pass. He's got some legs. Let's see what he can do. Picks up a couple on first. Nice chunk play, on third.
It looks like the SaberCats offense are doing whatever they can to get the ball in Meadows' hands. Definitely a dynamic guy right there who, when he gets the ball in the open field, he can definitely take off. So it looks like they had him in motion. Little swing pass right there, try to get the ball quickly into his hands. But it will bring up about a 4th and medium right here for the SaberCats.
Yeah, SaberCats keeping the offense on the field. They're going to go for it. Big 4th down conversion attempt on the way. Knights readjusting. A lot of pressure at the line. Pennell in shotgun, takes the snap. Pressure coming, looks out to the right, gets it off. It's going to be caught. The big tight end, Nikolai Procopio, right at the line of, right at the end zone. Wasn't able to stretch that ball out over the line, though.
Still beautiful gain nonetheless. Great job by that offensive line picking up that blitz, getting that ball off to the receiver. And
Jones hands it off, Pennell hands it off up the middle to Randall, and Randall punches it in for a SaberCats touchdown. As of right now, make it 9-24 with 30 seconds remaining. SaberCats imposing their will on that drive.
Yeah, that was a huge play right there on 4th down. You kind of felt like the SaberCats needed that one right there as they put up 6 on the board for the first time tonight. Huge possession right there as it'll close the gap to a 2-possession game for the SaberCats.
SaberCats got the extra point squad out there. Referees taking their time, getting set up for this one. IDS, Ivan Dionisio Salgado, getting ready for the extra point. Holder getting ready. Snap is good. Kick is also good, and just like that, SaberCats bring this game within 2 scores. 30 seconds left in the third. SaberCats 10, Knights 24. We're going to take a quick break on the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey fans, Vince with the Varsity Sports Show. You've had the rest. Now treat yourself to the best Japanese grill in Arizona. It's the Boss. Boss Bachi Japanese Grill in Mesa. Grilled shrimp, steak, and all the best veggies with or without a twist of spice. Sure to please everyone. Dine in or take out. Located at University and Country Club in Mesa. Open daily. 602-859-3759. The Boss. Boss Bocci. Hablamos Español.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Ohep, the new field correspondent for Viva Varsity, the new Spanish broadcast of Varsity Sports Show. Here, we celebrate the passion of the game with you, share exclusive interviews with you, and live every play with you as well. Follow us on @VivaVarsity on Instagram to see our highlights, history, and what goes on the field, in and off the field. Thank you again. Look forward to having a good season with you. My name is Joshua Ohep.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer, here with my friend Javier Delgado. Javier, SaberCats finally get into the end zone there, make it 10-24. Getting ready to kick this one away. What do we see from the SaberCats offense on that one?
Well, I heard a name that we haven't really called tonight, and he was huge coming into that game. That's Nikolai Procopio, made that big catch on 4th down, which led to the Randall touchdown. I feel like that's a name we have to look out for coming into the 4th quarter as the SaberCats have kicked it off.
SaberCats kick is away. It's going to be fielded by the Knights. Trying to get out of his end zone, but he's not going to get there. 16, Ajamu Adams, the sophomore, making a nice play on special teams, shortening up that return.
And now you just got to think right now that the SaberCats might have some more momentum going into this. There's 22 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Their offense got their first touchdown of the game. Their defense has made some big plays today. So you just have to carry all that momentum you can, especially right now when you need stops the most.
SaberCats defense trying to send some pressure. Fagrell's pass complete. Immediately taken down by number 24 of the SaberCats, Cameron McMurray.
Absolutely clobbered right there. What a great job by McMurray closing in on that and just stuffing him at the line.
And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. My name's Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado. Don't go anywhere. SaberCats trying to mount a comeback here. See if they can make a stop, get that ball back, and get back into the end zone on the Varsity Sports Show. We'll be right back after this.
Hey everyone, I'm Jorge Guajardo, your play-by-play broadcaster for Viva Varsity, the brand new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. We're here to fuel your love for the game, bring you exclusive interviews, and celebrate every play right alongside you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram @VivaVarsity for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and everything happening on and off the field. This is Viva Varsity, where the game comes alive in your language.
Hi, I'm Adam Maggard, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this semester. Over the next 4 months, I'll be covering high school and junior college sports across Arizona. From Friday Night Lights to heated rivalries, I'll be bringing you highlights, interviews, and the stories that make local sports so exciting. What I love most about sports is the passion, the community, and the way that every game has its own story, and I can't wait to share that with you. So be sure to follow the Varsity Sports Show all season long. It's going to be an incredible ride, and I can't wait to take you with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer with my friend Javier Delgado. Javier, it's 4th quarter time to get serious, get locked in, get dialed in on that Saguaro defense. What do they have to do here to force a 3 and out?
Like you said, 4th quarter time, something I like to call crunch time. They got to make some key stops right here, build off some momentum they've gained earlier into the game. They can start right here.
Oh, some pressure there. Got to Fagrell. That pass sails incomplete. He had to get rid of that one quick. Incomplete pass on second down, brings up third down.
Yeah, great job right there by that SaberCats defense, getting some pressure on Fagrell right there. And you see when they can get to the quarterback, good things happen. That's exactly what they want to keep doing all night. It does bring up a third down, key third down.
Saguaro band playing Miss Murder here in the stands. Higley offense getting set up on third down. Fagrell drops back. He's got pressure and he's taken down in the backfield. Number 11, Braden Strum. He's been quiet tonight, but the 6'2 senior is a force on that defensive line. He gets back there and gets a sack.
Big sack right there by Strom. Coming into this game, he's tied for first for sacks with the walk-ins. Both of them have their name has been called tonight. They are both making an impact, and that was a huge sack right there. Actually, one of our keys in the second half for Saguaro to getting back into this game was getting pressure on Fagrell, and that's exactly what they did right here.
So the AFI song gets the SaberCats fired up. Punt's going to be fielded. Defenders in his face. Number 17, Tristan Armstrong, makes a nice grab. Shorten up the punt. SaberCats offense getting ready to go back out there on first down.
Yeah, and you kind of have to think and feel that some of that momentum's starting to shift just a little bit for the SaberCats. I mean, they just went down, scored the first touchdown of the game, got a big sack on third down to give their offense the ball back with some great field position. Looks like around their own 45-yard line. So with around 11:05 left, it looks like they have a lot of time left to try to get back into this game. Only down 14, 2 scores right there.
Yeah, we'll see what the SaberCats can do. It's like time is going to be taken. So we're going to take a quick break here on the Varsity Sports Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Gutierrez and I'll be interning with the Varsity Sports Show this upcoming fall semester with the broadcast team. I'm a current rising junior at the Arizona State University Walter Cronkite School of Journalism studying sports journalism. During my 3 years at the Cronkite School, I've been able to cover multiple sports with the Sun Devils, including volleyball, basketball, and baseball this last spring. During my time, I've learned valuable skills both in front and behind the camera, helping expand.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. Pennell's pass complete to number 80 of the SaberCats there on first down. Lane McNault, excuse me. So a loss on first down is going to make it 2nd and 16.
Yeah, it looks like they try to get it quickly to the receiver to make a play in open field. Did not work there. It will bring up a 2nd and long for the SaberCats.
Obviously not what you want to see on first down. 3 down linemen for the Knights. That 3-3 front, handoff to Jackson. Jackson trying to find his way around the defense, looping back around. Picks up maybe a yard. And is going to make it a 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and long for the SaberCats. That's not what they wanted after having their defense make a huge stop for them. It's going to be interesting to see what they do now as they are getting their calls from Coach Kelly on the sideline and company.
SaberCats on 3rd down. Pennell at quarterback still, sends a man in motion. Takes the snap, pump fakes to that right side. Was looking deep, got some blockers. Looks like there was some blockers who missed a couple assignments, or maybe that play just fell apart due to some good coverage from the Knights. Flag down on the field. We'll see what the referees say. Head ref Steve Castillo with the white hat is waving off the flag.
So there is no penalty, in fact, on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down and long for the SaberCats.
Yeah, 4th and long. Sidelines trying to figure out what they want to do. Brought the punt team on, sent them off. Now it looks like they're sending them on.
Yeah, at this point in the game, it just feels like the SaberCats don't want to risk that field position right now. There's still 9:41 left in this game, so it seems like they have some faith and trust in their defense to get them another quick stop and hopefully get them prime field position again.
Yeah, plenty of time for the defense to get a couple stops and get that ball back for the SaberCats. That one's going to bounce out at the 39-yard line of the Knights. And this Knights offense, high pace, high powered, is going to take over on 1st and 10.
Yeah, with them taking over, I feel like the SaberCats defense needs to get another stop right here. You seen on the last possession, they were able to come up huge. They were able to get a key sack, so they're going to want to generate some more pressure right here. But you might figure that Higley wants to run the ball and try to drain some of that clock out, so we'll see what they have in store on this next possession.
I believe it was actually Green Day earlier from the band. Similar bass line in both of those songs. Handoff for the Knights. Going to be taken by number 26. Close to a 1st down. We'll see if they give it to him. They won't. Going to be spotted just short of it. Knights offense already set up, ready to go. Fagrell takes the snap. Handoff this time to the right side. He's got a lane. The running back.
Right back to the junior running back, Braxton Gaines right there, able to pick up the 1st down. Yeah, and like I said, it looks like Higley wants to run the ball, try to drain some of that clock out as they're up 14. They do not want to give the SaberCats offense another chance to try to get back into this game.
Fagrell takes the snap and met at the line of scrimmage. Gaines going to be stopped for close to no gain on that one by the SaberCats defense.
Yeah, good job by the defensive line right there, able to get into the backfield. Trench game right there. It's what they need to get back into this game, make some big stops, especially stopping that running game to not allow them to open up some more passing.
2nd down now for the Knights. Another handoff, met at the line of scrimmage once again, wrapped up. Thrown backwards by a whole pack of SaberCats. Brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what the SaberCats defense wants to see. The big D tackles in the middle, plugging up those gaps, plugging up those lanes for a minimal gain for that Higley offense, which will bring up about a 3rd and long for Higley. Saguaro is looking to get the ball back to try to get back into this game, so they'll need a huge stop right here on 3rd down.
3rd and 9. Fagrell takes the snap, toss to the left. Nowhere to go after picking up a couple yards. Number 24.
It's Cameron McMurray again. We called his name earlier. He makes another big play right there. It'll bring up 4th down. And that was an interesting play call right there to go run it on 3rd and 9.
Yeah, the toss play on 3rd and 9. Not what you might have expected from a Knights offense who's been throwing the ball a lot. Looks like originally they were going to set up for another play, but they decide otherwise, and they trot the punt team out. Quarterback Fagrell is still back there to kick this one away. A little bit scary if you're the SaberCats defense. Got to be ready for a fake. Starting quarterback punting the ball is always an interesting situation. A nice punt. This one's going to bounce down. Knights trying to throw a SaberCats returner on top of the ball there. That's not really how that works. Flags come flying in late.
Yeah, it appears right there what Higley wanted to do, run the ball on 3rd and 9. It appears they want to play field position. They don't want to risk any turnover trying to throw the ball in the air and get too risky. And it was a good punt right there by Fagrell. And it looks like that's exactly what Higley wanted to do right there, try to work the field position game.
So Steve Castillo, the white hat for tonight, head referee. distributing the penalties. We'll see what he says here. Some unsportsmanlike conducts. Looks like it's going to go against the Knights.
Yeah, and the Knights, who wanted to play the field position game, they got off a good punt right there, but it seems like some of that yardage will be coming back for Saguaro for the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
So I will say, for the SaberCats, you got to be careful for that punt team. As that ball's coming down, everybody's yelling poison, 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 because you don't want to touch that ball. As the return team, if you touch that ball, it becomes a live ball, and anybody can pick it up. And, of course, obviously, the punt team can pick that up and turn it into their own ball, which you don't want to do. Whereas if nobody on the return team touches that ball, all the punt team can do is down it. Wherever they touch the ball, it will be downed. So that's one of those things you got to communicate to everybody on the punt return team, you know, fire or poison or get away from the ball. Don't touch it, because even if you're jogging around it and it takes a weird bounce and it bounces off your foot, that's a live ball that can go either way. Pennell back out there in shotgun, takes the snap, looking to his right, got pressure right in his face.
Yeah, it looks like the Higley sent a linebacker right up the gap. Wasn't anyone there to block him. Pennell was able to see that and was trying to get the ball to his receiver out there, but just a good job getting the ball out of his hands, not taking a sack or a turnover right there.
The incompletion on first down sets up 2nd and 10. Pennell lined up in shotgun. Snap is good, looks to his right, pump fake, and got pressure in his face, getting wrapped up by his jersey and taken down. Couple different defenders for the Knights in there.
And that was number 0 for the Knights right there. It looked like Moody was able to grab a hold of his jersey right there and just drag him down. Not much you can do right there once the defensive lineman has a hold of the quarterback's jersey.
Ray Moody got into the backfield quick. It's tough as an offensive lineman when it's a for sure pass situation like it is there. It's hard to make those blocks. Pennell firing downfield. Nearly tipped and caught by Gibson, but it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like Saguaro tried to give Gibson another 50-50 ball. A one-on-one coverage right there, throw it up, try to let him make a play. Almost came down with it, but that was just better coverage right there by Higley. Not much you can do right there, especially when you get a decent ball. It's hard to stop great coverage.
Yeah, nice job by the Knights secondary. Penalty is going to move the SaberCats up very far.
It looks like it was a late flag that came in because well after the play we did not see any flag get thrown on. So
a late penalty is going to give Saguaro a new set of downs, new life here. Ooh, bobbled there by the quarterback Marcel Jones, in for one of the first times today, using those legs, getting out of the pocket.
Number 7, Marcel Jones.
Yeah, Marcel Jones in for the SaberCats, one of their 2 athletic quarterbacks, as Pennell has been the quarterback in for majority of the game, but it looks like they want to try to get a little spark plug in. They insert Jones, get him up and running for a good gain right there.
Yeah, Jones was the starter to start the season. Pennell later on,
and
since he transferred, shows up and has gotten the majority of snaps here tonight.
Pass incomplete.
Incomplete pass right there on attempt to Meadows again. Just like barely out of his reach right there. Pretty interesting, though, to do a quarterback switch in the fourth quarter. Usually you see teams swap every possession, maybe every quarter, but tonight we didn't see the quarterback switch until pretty deep into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Jones taking over here with just over 5 minutes left on the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado catch made along the far sideline with defenders draped all over him. Looks like it was Gibson. Hauls in the contested catch. Referee's talking it over. Might have been intercepted later, stripped away from Gibson by a Knight.
Yeah, the refs are talking it over right now. It was on the far sideline, so it was kind of hard to see towards the end if a Higley defender was able to kind of strip that ball and get it. But it was still a strong catch by Gibson nonetheless, as the defensive back was all over him, and he was still able to reel that ball in.
Yeah, nice play made by Gibson. Once again, keeping the SaberCats offense rolling. Looks like we've got a penalty on the Knights. Is going to move the SaberCats up even more after the, completed pass. So Oliver Gibson, pass interference is the call.
And that makes the completion by Gibson even more impressive to catch it through the pass interference right there.
Yeah, kind of an and one moment to relate that to basketball. Jones, handoff to Briggs. Briggs finally bounces out of bounds. Randall.
Briggs, Randall right there on the carry. But there was a penalty on the play.
Yeah, flags flying in on that one. On first down for the SaberCats. Looks like it's going to go against them as well and is going to back them up.
A holding penalty called against Saguaro, and usually a lot of times when teams try to run the ball, bounce it outside, someone tends to get their hands on there just a little too much on the defensive player, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Yeah, got to keep those hands inside of the defender. Those D linemen, try to get your hands on the chest plate. Back up the middle to Randall. Randall churning the legs on first down. Able to get it just up past the original line of scrimmage. Sets up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Randall's been running hard all night. Every time he gets the ball, like you said, that Cam Scadaboo approach seems like it's taken on in the valley, and right there, Randall puts his head down, keeps the legs churning, tries to pick up any additional yardage that he can.
Absolutely. Gibson lined up at the very top of your screen there. The big tight end Procopio in the slot. Jones pulls the handoff. He's got legs. He's got room out to the right. He's going up the sideline. Tight ropes his way. Jumps over a defender's tackle. And Marcel Jones makes an immediate impact in this one. Takes it all the way to the end zone for 6.
Touchdown for the SaberCats right there. Marcel Jones. You need a spark plug? Insert Marcel Jones right there. Up the sideline, kept the legs churning. Tight rope towards the end. Into the end zone he goes. And we have a game here in Scottsdale now. Pending the extra point. Down 8 right now for the SaberCats. This is huge as they have worked themselves back into the game in this fourth quarter.
Ivan Dionisio Salgado, the kicker. Oliver Gibson, the holder. Snap, good. Kick is good. So a 7-point game now here at Saguaro High School. SaberCats roaring back with the legs of Marcel Jones. Gets around the edge and scores 6. Later making it 7. 4 minutes remaining in this one. We'll be right back on the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado. Don't go anywhere.
Overwhelmed by crushing medical bills that keep you up at night? Imagine the heartbreak of delaying care for your family because of sky-high deductibles, copays, and surprise out-of-pocket costs. It's a nightmare no one should face. At Fountain Hills ER and Medical Center, we've partnered with Instinctive Health Pass to deliver Health Pass, your emotional lifeline for true peace of mind. Visit instinctivehealthpass.com today. Sign up to slash costs on unlimited future visits and erase current outstanding bills from using our facilities, saving you thousands in worry-free relief.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer, here with my friend Javier Delgado. Javier, break that drive down from the SaberCats for us a little bit.
To be honest with you, I got 2 words for you. Marcel Jones. Spark plug they needed. They put in their second quarterback, and he was able to make magic happen with his legs. And just like that, we have a 7-point game here at Saguaro High School as we have a bunch of flags flying onto the field at the end of that kickoff right there.
So Keegan Peterson was the return man for the Knights. Taken down after a short return, kind of a pooch kick themselves from the SaberCats. Dionisio Salgado, after his clutch extra point, keeps the SaberCats within 7.
Seems like this has been a theme all night between the refs. There's been a lot of flags tonight. Many times they've had to huddle up and kind of figure out what happened. A lot of dirty laundry going out tonight.
Yeah, yellow handkerchiefs all over the field tonight. Head ref Steve Castillo making the calls. Looks like we're going to have some offsetting penalties once again. Seen a lot of those tonight.
Yeah, it just goes to show you how many penalties we've had tonight. This might have been the 3rd or 4th offsetting penalty we've seen today. Not many times you see that, but.
So the Higley Knights trying to put something together here late. Haven't had much in this second half. Able to score the touchdown in the 3rd. Maybe some miscommunication on the strange extra point after. Go for 2 and they don't get it. Leaves the door open a little bit for the SaberCats. Handoff up the middle and he's stuffed immediately. Rylan Irwin has nowhere to go. Saw him run into that defensive line and just disappear, swallowed up.
Yeah, the SaberCats defense looks to carry some of that momentum they have from that offense. And it looks like that momentum has about fully shifted too, as Saguaro also has home field advantage too. So the crowd's going to start getting into this as we have 3:20 and under left to go in this game, as the SaberCats defense looks to make a huge stop to get that ball back down 7.
Yeah, Tyler McCray and Tyler King, the defensive tackles in there, averaging 6'2" as their height. Pass complete to Zuby. Zuby is going to be dragged down, but it's going to be enough for a Knights first down. Getting a quick one there.
Yeah, I think the SaberCats defense caught on to that Higley run game. And right there, Higley decided to go pass, and it paid off as a huge first down to Zuby will move the chains, as the SaberCats will use one of their timeouts here in this 4th quarter.
So as the SaberCats take a timeout, we will take a break ourselves on the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado. Don't go anywhere. We got a close one on hand. We'll be right back after this.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer, here with my friend Javier Delgado. Javi, first down here for the Knights. What do we got in store?
Yeah, so a big pass right there for Higley. Saguaro's defense is going to have to buckle down right here, as it looks like Higley wants to wind down the clock, as huge run right there by 14 on Higley, and he was able to get down in bounds, which will keep the clock running with a flag pending what it is right now.
Palkia with a nice carry on first down. Tackle down with a horse collar penalty on top of it. So first down, stays down inbounds, and the horse collar penalty on top of it.
Yeah, that's not something Coach Kelly wants to see from his defense, especially in this scenario, this situation. You're down a touchdown, anything into field goal range could potentially put the game out of hand. So the SaberCats defense will be all hands on deck right now, as that penalty will put Higley around the 32-yard line in Saguaro's field position.
Yeah, like we said tonight, we knew it was going to be a close one. Saguaro haven't lost by more than one possession all season this year. 2-3 record, looking to make it 3-3. SaberCats getting set on defense. And fakes the handoff to Palkia as Fagral is going to be taken down after a nice run on first down. Flags flying in, though, during the play.
Yeah, those flags came out pretty quick. You have to wonder if maybe it was a illegal shift, holding penalty, something like that. That was a quick flag.
Looks like a legal procedure on the offense with that. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages on the Varsity Sports Show.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school football and basketball. I'm so excited for what this internship's going to give me.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer, here with my friend Javier Delgado. Javi, close one now after the break. Knights getting set up on first down. What are you expecting on first and long here?
What I'd expect is for that Saguaro defense to sell out for the run, because if I was Higley, I'd want to try to drain that clock out a bit, but knowing them, they've been kind of unpredictable tonight. They've passed when you expected run. They've ran when you expected pass. So for Saguaro, you kind of, like I said earlier, all hands on deck, be ready for anything. You need a stop right now. This is the time.
Yeah, one-to-one coverage here on the outside. Pass is going to be a quick little screen to number 84. He's got wheels and some moves, able to convert on first down, pick up another first down, keep the chains moving for the Knights.
Landon Banks right there, able to catch the ball, make a move, and get down the field for a first down. And like I just said right now, when you don't expect a run, they pass.
When you do expect pass, they run. When you do expect run, they pass.
Exactly.
Or when you do expect pass, then they run.
Yes.
That was weird.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying, and obviously they do too. They did just that right there. As we were expecting a run right there to drain out the clock, they went with the quick pass, and Banks was able to convert for the first down. As with 1:38 left, I mean, you never know what could happen, but things are starting to look a bit iffy for the Saguaro in terms of how much time they have left to get back into this game.
Yeah, Javi, I agree. One thing to keep in mind, though, I know we've talked about it all night. We've talked about it heading into this game. The explosiveness that this Saguaro offense has can really mean that this one-possession game, you get a stop here. Even if, they force a turnover, the defense themselves has so many athletes. They could go down there and make a play themselves, or at least get the ball back into the hands of the offense and let them make a play. Shotgun snap, handoff to Palkia, making a move, trying to fight to the edge, and he does. Pushed out of bounds, and another flag comes flying in. Like we've talked about, a lot of dirty laundry out there on the field tonight, Javi.
Yeah, I agree with what you said right there, that Saguaro has a lot of playmakers. One turnover, any way they can get the ball back, that they have an explosive offense. And I feel like right now this is what they're trying to do, trying to force a turnover, hopefully poke that ball, punch that ball out, anything they can do.
Yeah, SaberCats just doing a nice job as well of forcing these runs out of bounds. So we have the call. Looks like it's going to go against the Knights.
Looks like it's a holding penalty, but the SaberCats decline the penalty. It looks like they don't want to replay that down, take any more time off of the clock. It'll bring up, appears to be second down since they declined the penalty. That's a smart call right there by Coach Kelly. Does not want to take any more time off the clock.
Yeah,
Nope.
don't give the Knights a chance to have another first down run. Just
Exactly.
get rid of that down and be prepared. This time, handoff to Palkey again, up the middle. Grabbed, wrapped up, taken down near that first down marker. We'll see if they give it to him. Referees calling for time. Jaden Wiseman in on the tackle there.
Looks like the SaberCats are using another timeout right there to stop the clock, as it'll bring up a third down and very short, it appears to be like, from the sticks.
Yeah, looks like they spotted him short of a first down. SaberCats defense still have a chance if they can make another big play on third down. We'll see if they can do it. Knights on a 2-game skid right now. We'll see if they can end that streak tonight. SaberCats hoping to hold on and escape this one with some late thrilling antics.
Yeah, looks like it's third and very short right here, so you got to wonder if Saguaro is going to sell out for the run. I would say it's an easy call for Higley just to run the ball on this down, but it feels like I've been wrong every time I try to predict them. They're unpredictable. You don't never know what this offense is going to do. So,
yeah, like we talked about, that front four for the SaberCats is also giant. They are very good at making plays. We've seen that a couple times. They've stuffed a couple runs, no problem, early tonight. So we'll see how they get set up. Tight splits from the Higley offensive line. Fagrell runs up there, given the hard count. Looks like they were trying to get the SaberCats to jump off sides, and they're not going to do it. Knights call a timeout. Some nice discipline right there by the SaberCats, not giving them the easy 5 yards and jumping off sides. Staying disciplined. We're going to take a quick break along with the timeout. My name is Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado on the Varsity Sports Show. Don't go anywhere.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer with my friend Javier Delgado. This one's coming down to the wire. 3rd and inches for the Knights. SaberCats trying to hold them off, get this ball back over to their offense and have a chance to score. Down 17-24 with 1:20 remaining in the 4th quarter. Javi, like we've talked about, the unpredictability from the Knights so far has been a huge factor. Fagral under center. The tush push looks like it's falling forward. Referees trotting in there. We'll see where they spot it. Coach Kelly holding up his fist, signaling 4th down. Let's see what they say.
and they give Higley the first down, and it seems like that just might end it right there. They ran the tush push, something that's been adopted, started with the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFL, and since then you've seen a lot of teams pick it up. And for Higley, it worked right there to ice the game, and it looks like they are in victory formation to end this game.
Yeah, Knights setting up to put this one away. Didn't come without its drama. Marcel Jones made it close there at the end. Came in for one drive. Went down there, got 6.
Yeah, great effort by Jones to try to get his team back into the game, but the SaberCats just happened to run out of time. Their defense, great job by them towards the end of the game by trying to make a stop, but the tush push was the writing on the wall as
time winds out on this one. Tick down, we hit triple zeros at the end. Higley Knights 24, Saguaro SaberCats 17 here at home on the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado. Javi, final thoughts here on this one.
honestly, it was a hard-fought game between both sides. I mean, I think it was a game of momentum. I mean, Higley started the game off with all the momentum. It looks like they were going to run off. Saguaro was able to come back, make it a game in this fourth quarter. And like you said, Marcel Jones came in on that. His only possession of the game was the spark plug. Had a huge run to make it a one-touchdown game. But Higley was just able to pull away towards the end and milk the clock out.
Yeah, that Higley offense was just too much to handle for the SaberCats. That's going to do it for us here on the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Dane Palmer with Javier Delgado. From all of us here at the crew at the game tonight, we say thank you for watching. Vince Delicio, thank you for giving us this opportunity. And without all of you guys, we would not be here. So thank you very much. We hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Thanks for spending some of it with us. We'll see you next time.